in what might be the most unique broadcast situation in the history of broadcasting. We welcome you to the Stroh Center, home of Bowling Green State University, and tonight, home of the Division III Regional Semifinals. Game 1 features the Evergreen Vikings and the Johnstown Monroe Johnnies. Here in Matthews, along with Danny Holbrook. Danny, pleasure to have you tonight. We're at the regionals. It's a Sweet 16. It's win and go home.
Yeah, Aaron, and it's a bizarre situation. You got a lot of people who aren't here tonight. You just wonder which team can block out the noise, think about who's not here, who is here, and just get on with playing in a regional semifinal, something they've dreamed about their whole life.
Let's talk about the Johnnies at Johnstown Monroe under a first-year head coach, and they're in the regionals this year.
Keys of the game for Johnstown. First is defensive intensity. According to the Johnstown coaching staff, their path to the regionals and their 9-game win streak has been about defensive intensity. Keep that defensive mindset. Secondly, win the rebound battle. On the offensive end, give yourself a chance at second chance points and keep Evergreen out of transition offense. Defensively, limit Evergreen to 1 shot on their possessions. And the third thing is role player points. Johnstown must get contributions offensively from players other than Jake Lusk at 14 points a game, Gavin Foe at 14 a game, and Matt Sayer at 11-2. Find your points elsewhere.
Let's talk about the Evergreen Vikings, the winners of the NWOAL.
Well, for Evergreen, it's real simple. Win your glass work. Win the rebounding battle on both ends. With a front line of 6'5", 6'4", and 6'4", they have an absolute distinct advantage. Secondly, pound the block. Get the ball inside for your big men. Mason Leffler averages 19 a game, and Nate Brighton averages 16. Get them the ball and let them go to work. And lastly is be the favorite. Evergreen is the favorite in this game. Play like it, be aggressive offensively, and play in-your-face defense with a defensive mindset.
The winner takes on Ottawa-Glandorf for Colonel Crawford. That's game 2, and it is coming up. It is live right here on WNHO and WOSN. Good job. And we welcome you back here to Bowling Green State University as the Stroh Center is the host of tonight's matchup between Evergreen and Johnstown Monroe. Aaron Matthews along with Danny Holbrook. We're glad to have you along. It is our pleasure to be with you here tonight. Here's our officials, John Cronauer, Dan Holland, and Bobby Segers Jr. They're out of the Southwest District. They'll handle the officiating crew here tonight in Game 1. Johnstown Monroe with a record of 19-7 on the season. Their starting five is Gavin Foe, Matt Sayer, Josh Potter, Jake Lusk, and Derek Foe. They'll be the visitors tonight in the Road Reds. For Evergreen in the home whites, it'll be Evan Lumbreezer, Jack Etu, also Mason Leffler, also Ethan Leffler, and Nate Brighton in the starting five tonight for Evergreen in the home whites. When you take a look at the bracket here, Evergreen, Johnstown Monroe, the winner will play here on Saturday night against either Colonel Crawford or Ottawa-Glandorf. They got here to Johnstown Monroe by defeating undefeated North Union 46-43. Meanwhile, Evergreen knocked off Archbold 42-39 on Saturday. And games that we look forward to having here tonight live, including Colonel Crawford and Ottawa-Glandorf coming up. Kevin Eckenrode is in his first year as head coach at Johnstown Monroe, 19-7 out of the Licking County League. Down by Newark is where Johnstown is, for those of you that didn't know. Meanwhile, Evergreen with Jerry Kiefer, the longtime head coach, 27 years as the bench boss, 367 wins, 244 losses, 24-1 on the campaign, averaging 57.5 a game, giving up 43-7. Johnstown Monroe scores 55.8, giving up 44.8 per game. There's a look at the crowd. That says it all to me, Danny Holbrook.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we are able to bring this to a lot of people who can't be here tonight. It's just so unfortunate that all this has happened. We're going to try to do the best job we can do, and I'm so glad that we can do this for the people back home.
I'm glad that the folks in Johnstown are able to watch us on WOSN.TV/live. The folks in Lyons and Metamora, they're having watch parties.
Right.
They're going nuts right now. They are so psyched and ready to go for this basketball game. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope we can do a great job to bring it to you here tonight.
They are gathering at the Country Charm Cafe. You can get $5.95 blueberry pancakes at the Country Charm Cafe.
I see they paid you because you ate about 15 of them earlier. Johnstown with the basketball. The Johnnies with it as they swing it around the perimeter. Get it into the hands of Derek Foe out top. They reverse course, get it over to Matt Sayer. Work it down in the low block. Right side there for Jake Lusk. Lusk into a triple team, throws up a wild shot, missed it, but the rebound tipped out into the hands of Gavin Foe. They reset the offense.
That's going to be a really good matchup. Jake Lusk and Mason Leffler, two big bodies, both athletic.
Down low underneath in the bucket, good for Derek Foe. Derek averages 4.7 a game. He's a 6'5" senior.
Very nice athletic move, got himself positioned low in the low push. You get yourself that far down in the post and you're tough to stop with a big body like him. That was a nice play.
2-0 early on. We played just under a minute. As the ball gets worked around the right side, nice wraparound pass underneath for Evergreen. The shot no good there, the miss by Mason Leffler. Ball tipped around and rebounded by Derek Foe.
We talked about rebounding, Aaron. We said you got to have second chance points in a game like this far along the tournament trail. Rebounding is huge.
2-0 early on. Johnstown Monroe with the lead. Top of the key, the straight on three. Matt Sayer, front iron, no. And Evergreen with the basketball. The white uniforms, green numerals, letters, green trim for Evergreen. Meanwhile, Johnstown in the Road Reds with the white numerals and letters, with the gray trim in theirs, along with some white as well. Evergreen taking their time as we hit the 6:15 mark from here at Stroh Center.
Every time Mason Leffler goes to the post for Evergreen, they're double teaming him. They're putting a man in front of him, fronting him, and they're putting a man on the backside of him, and the backside help's coming over. They know he's a 19-point-a-game scorer. They know how good he is when he gets the ball on the post.
Evergreen taking their time running their motion offense. Here's a jumper from 15. That's no good, left iron. And the rebound pulled in by Gavin Foe of the Johnnies. 19-7 on the year, Johnstown Monroe. Knocked off previously undefeated North Union 46-43 last week. Nice look underneath for the bucket. That's Josh Potter's first two of the night.
A really nice pass when he saw the backside cutter coming in, got him the ball and made an easy bucket.
And a 4-0 lead for the Johnnies.
But right now, Aaron, Johnstown's the much more aggressive team, and Evergreen's playing very passive.
Nice look underneath for the bucket.
That's
For
right.
Nate Brighton, the first two to get the Evergreen Vikings on the board at 4-2. Johnstown with the basketball. They work a little high-low. Nice look underneath to Foe. He'll go up and score. Gavin Foe from brother Derek Foe for two. Gavin the younger, the junior. Derek the senior. 4-point lead at 6-2 with 4:45 to play here first quarter. Evergreen taking their time, running through their offensive set. Evan Lumbreezer with a touch. They get it down low to Mason Leffler, who'll put it up off the window and score.
He's very athletic, boy. He's got good body control. He took that ball to the rim, and he took it up with some authority. Nice play by Mason Leffler, the leading scorer for the Evergreen Vikings.
Mason Leffler makes it 6-4 in favor of Johnstown Monroe. Nice little pick and slip there for Jake Lusk.
Yeah, Johnstown's found something on the backside of that man-to-man. They are beating that to death on that backside.
Makes it 8-4 now in favor of Johnstown Monroe. We're halfway through the first quarter from Stroh Center at Bowling Green. We appreciate you joining us here on WNHO as well as WOSN.
Johnstown is, they are not even going out on those wings. They are packing that in and making sure that they can't get the ball in the block.
Here's the drive, going to the rim, counted and a foul as Mason Leffler draws the contact and he'll shoot a free throw.
Yeah, there you see a little bit of the athleticism of Mason Leffler. The 6'5" forward just takes the ball to the rim with authority, and he gets there real easy. He's a really nice ball handler.
First foul of the night, that goes on Josh Potter of Johnstown Monroe, his first. First team foul of the half as well.
Johnstown Monroe is on a 9-game winning streak, Aaron, and their coaches talked about they just really played good defense to get that 9-game winning streak going.
Free throw good by Leffler. He's got 5 of the 7 points for Evergreen here in this first period. Now 8-7 in favor of Johnstown Monroe with the basketball as we hit the 3:25 mark here in this first quarter. Johnny's with the rock. They swing it around left side. Now in the left corner, here's a 3 on the way, and that is good. Jake Lusk, downtown, bang!
Yeah, Jake Lusk, a 14-point game scorer. You leave him open like that, he's going to knock that jumper down every time. Boy, Aaron, there's some athletes out here in this contest.
Yes, there is, as we are at the 3-minute mark. 11-7, the lead at 4. Evergreen on the drive, hanging and hitting is Mason Leffler. This kid's a player.
Yeah, he's going to be a tough matchup, Aaron. You take him outside, he'll take you off the dribble. You let him catch the ball on the block, and he's going to shoot over top of you.
Here's Lusk, dribble drive, goes with the offhand, it's blocked, got it back, but he stepped on the end line. First turnover of the night for Johnstown Monroe. And we'll get a substitution into the game is Caleb Schneider. First time we've seen Caleb is a 6'1" freshman who averages 3.7 points per game.
There's the key word you said, freshman. If you're a freshman and you're playing this late in the season in a regional semifinal,
you're not a freshman.
You're not a freshman. You're a player.
Down to 2 minutes, 37 seconds to play here. First period from Bowling Green State University, Stroh Center. Get it across into the hands of Nate Brighton. Evergreen will take their time. Ball was deflected off of the hands of Mason Leffler.
Lost it on the way up. The Johnstown coaching staff wanted to travel, but they're not going to get that call.
Here's a drive left of the rim. Kick out, Brighton. 3 on the way from the right point, no good. Stick back is no good. Take 3 on the way, goes for Brighton.
You're seeing that size right there when those missed baskets. They're so big, 6'5", 6'4" across the front line, and they're so athletic.
Tied at 11 with 1:53 to play here, first period. Here is Matt Sayer. Jumper no good. It goes out of bounds. It will be Evergreen basketball with 1:44 to play.
So different in how they're running their man-to-man defense on both ends of the court. Johnstown's coming out, and they're going high hands, and they're chopping feet, and they're getting in the shooter's face. And down on the other end. The Vikings are they're not coming out at all. They're just packing it back in deep.
Evergreen with the basketball. They'll dribble with the 90 seconds to play here in the first. Working around the perimeter. As Jack Etu has it. Now over to Evan Lumbreezer. Now Ethan Leffler out topside right. They back it out to Nate Brighton. Brighton, one dribble, clears out. Tries to come in lane, gets into a double team, dumps it to Lumbreezer. Layup is short. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Johnstown with 1:03 to play. So Johnstown working it around the perimeter here. Topside right, they go down low. Pass down to Gavin Foe as a turnover. Jake Lust pass got deflected away. Turnover by Johnstown Monroe, their second of the night.
They're going to bring the ball out. They're going to hold for one last shot here in the quarter.
Down to 30 seconds to play. As they work it around, does Evergreen, and Jack Etu has it.
Mason Leffler has the ball now, and I'm just gonna imagine he's just gonna go to the rim and see what he can create here. They're gonna spread that offense out and let him work.
Over to Lumbreezer. They work it to left side of the floor to Leffler. Now come back right side. They lob it down low, work to perfection for the bucket to end the first period. 13-11 your score. Evergreen on top after one on WOSN and WNHO. We start the second quarter of play from the Stroh Center. It's Evergreen with a 13-11 lead here. After one stop, Aaron Matthews and Danny Holbrook along with you. Mason Leffler with 7 points to lead the way. As the three is good by Nate Brighton to extend that lead to 5.
You get a 6'5" forward that can stand out there and knock down 3 balls like that. That's a tough matchup. They're really going to have to get out there and contest those shots.
Back at the other end, here's Jake Lusk who drains a 3.
Take that.
Rewind it back, make it a 2-point game at 16-14.
You see both teams settling in, Aaron. They started out a little jittery in regional semifinal nerves, and boy, they're really getting after it now.
Jump ball, possession arrow favors Johnstown Monroe. Only 2 turnovers by Johnstown Monroe in the first period. None for Evergreen for the first 8 minutes of basketball. We take a look at the replay, the 3 that Jake Lusk hit from the top of the key.
No nerves at all in that shot.
The junior averages 14.7 a game. Now Derek Foe out top with it. Working around does Johnstown. And a kick out to the foul line where Lusk's jumper is no good.
Johnstown doing a really good job of their players moving without the basketball, and they're running them side-to-side screens, and they're looking for the open man doing the backdoor cut. Really a nice offense.
Evergreen with the basketball with 6:45 to play here. First half, and a 16-14 lead for the Vikings. The champs of the NWOAL. Always a competitive basketball league, always a competitive league, period.
Yes.
There's a fall away on its way. That's no good. Left iron by Leffler. Johnstown with the rebound. They want to push. Get it ahead to Gavin Foe.
Foe working foul line extended out top to Lust. Back to Gavin Foe. He'll dribble inside the perimeter. Back to Lust. Thought about the three. Dumps it down low. Threw it away.
Gavin Foe really moves around that offense. He's like a water bug, back and forth and around, and does a nice job of setting that offense up.
2 minutes gone by here in this second period. 16-14 your score early on.
Still packing that man in there, not even going out, contesting those jumpers on the wing. You're going to let him stand out there. He's going to drive to the rim. That's the other thing, too, is if you don't go out there, they're going to put the ball on the floor and get 2 or 3 steps and get an easier shot.
Here's Leffler into the lane from 7. Front rim, no. Tried to tip it back up, couldn't do so as Derek Foe grabbed it. The Johnnies with the basketball. They trail by 2. Nice action down low. That one goes off of the backboard. But right there was Gavin Foe, and he has fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Nice aggressive move by Gavin Foe, getting the ball and going straight up. No hesitation. Go up there, get the ball in there and get a foul.
First free throws of the night coming for Johnstown Monroe. Take a look at the replay here of Gavin underneath. Able to draw the contact and get the foul call on Mason Leffler. Gavin shooting 66% from the season from the stripe. It's the second one, so we'll split the pair. Makes it a 1-point game. 16-15 your score. Evergreen with the basketball. Dribble with it into the lane. The fadeaway is no good by Leffler, but the offensive rebound by Brighton.
Boy, Nate Brighton and Mason Leffler really complement each other well. They really do. Both the big, strong, and athletic kids. They rebound for each other. They shoot the ball well. Look at this.
Brighton right there. Picture perfect example of that. That 3-ball goes his second of the quarter. He's got 10 on the night. The lead now 4.
There's not many people here, Aaron, but they sure do get excited when they knock those shots down.
I'm just glad that there's some students here.
Yeah, exactly. There are some students here.
Note to Shawnee and everybody else tomorrow. There's a nice drive and bucket there by Gavin Foe.
And that's what you got to do. You got to put your head down and get to the rim. When you get those open passing lanes, you get those open drive lanes, you got to get to the rim quick for your team.
19-17 your score, 2-point lead. Here with 4:10 to play, first half. Here's Brighton with the basketball. Dumps it down to C.J. Hauk, who's checked in. Hauk, a 5'9" senior in the bucket, good. Mr. Brighton again. Nate Brighton makes it 21-17 Evergreen. And he's got 8 in the quarter, 12 in the night. We're going to get an offensive foul. That'll be the 4th turnover. Gavin Foe will be called.
We're seeing a really good example of a 2-game right now with Nate Brighton and Mason Leffler. They're just working each other, getting the ball and rebounding for each other, and it's really fun to watch right now.
21-17 as we return to action. Evergreen with the lead. Evergreen defeated Archbold to get here.
Before Coach Kiefer got Evergreen, they had won 4 winning seasons.
Yep, here's a steal. First turnover of the half by the Vikings. The drive, the spin in the lane, no good on the rebound. Pulled in by Nate Brighton. 4-point lead. And the drive and a foul going to be called. Looks like it'll be on Matt Sayer. I'll get the official word right now. Matt Sayer, his first as we look at the replay.
Johnstown's really giving a lot on the perimeter. They're just backing off those on-ball defense is really lacking back, and they're trying to take away the inside game, and they're giving up dribble drive.
Mason Leffler's first free throw of the second quarter is good. Mason Leffler 72% for the season from the stripe. Second one on its way, and that connects as it bounces front and back rim and goes. Largest lead of the night now, 6 at 23-17. 3 minutes to play till halftime.
Johnstown Monroe's got to get something here. It's a very important possession. They don't want this to get away from them quick.
The drive, the miss by Sayer, but a foul going to be called. Matt Sayer's going to get a chance to shoot free throws. And that foul will go on Mason Leffler, his second.
And right here you watch the replay. Mason Leffler just got caught with he got caught turn around. If he get his feet squared up and get his hands up, he doesn't commit that foul. Talk all the time about moving your feet. Moving your feet, get in a position where you can use that baseline as a defender. He didn't do that. He got on the backside of him. He gives up a foul.
Sayer's a 75% free throw shooter, and he missed the first. There's the second. He makes that. First point of the night for Matt Sayer. He's a 6'3" senior, averaging 11.2 a game. 23-18, lead at 5.
It seems like everybody in this game is 6'3" or more. They're really
Nothing
big.
wrong with that.
No, big, tall kids and really athletic.
Evergreen with the basketball, leading here by 5. They work it to Nate Brighton, mid-post. Now he'll get rid of it. Mason Leffler working foul line extended, dribbles into the lane. Had it deflected, got it back, missed the shot. Back tapped out into the hands of C.J. Hauk. Now over to Leffler, 3 ball, too short.
He kind of rushed that shot a little bit. He wanted to make up for that missed inside shot, and he rushed it a little bit.
23-18, a 5-point advantage. There's a drive underneath left baseline. Kicked out to Sayer. Sayer puts up a 5-footer, no, but a whistle and a foul going the other way on Johnstown Monroe. And that foul will go on Gavin Foe, his second.
A lot of action on the rebound there and just went over top of him. They're going to call it every time. Johnstown Monroe is really using that baseline to their advantage. Everything's starting in the corner. They are attacking that rim.
Minute 45 till half.
Really good matchup here with Mason Leffler and Gavin Foe.
And Leffler wins that matchup as he drives and scores. He's got 4 in the quarter, 11 on the night now. Makes it 25-18, now a 7-point lead. As we get down to a minute 25 to play till half. And a turnover by Johnstown Monroe. It's their 5th. Vikings with the basketball, Nate Brighton. Cut off top side right now, open. 3 on the way, splash.
Wow, he's doing that all night, Aaron. He's got a nice shot out there.
That is his 3rd this quarter. 28-18, a 10-point lead. Final minute to play here in the first half. The Johnnies of Johnstown Monroe trying to cut to this 10-point deficit to single digits before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Sayer out top side to Gavin Foe. Swings it to the right wing, Josh Potter, excuse me. A 3 out of the right corner. That's no good by Derek Foe, but the offensive rebound. Foe underneath in the traffic, finds Potter, missed the layup. May have been partially deflected, but a foul. Going to be called on Nate Brighton. That'll be his first.
You got to knock those shots down. That's a missed opportunity right there on the block. You really got to. Too many times in this game, and we've seen it all year long, kids, when guys go baseline, they want to block that shot. So what they do, they turn their hips, and they let the guy go so they can get a block on it. Just get in between the man and the rim.
Here's the 3 off the inbounds. That's good. Gavin Foe with a must-needed bucket. Makes it 28-21. Final 20 seconds to play here. Coach Kiefer giving out directions from the bench. Down to 12 seconds to play here. Over to Jack E2. They swing it back to Nate Brighton. Brighton's been the hot hand in the quarter with 11. Down to 5, down to 4. Brighton, fade away, left baseline off the side of the backboard. And that will end things here at Bowling Green in the first half of play. Your score, Evergreen 28 and Johnstown 21. WOSN and WNHO. Look at the crowds here, and this is now madness. To try to be as politically correct as possible. Has now spilled over into the NCAA tournaments with the games, the first 4 in Dayton next week, and also in Cleveland. Governor DeWine announcing earlier today that no crowds.
Yeah, and we look in this arena tonight, and I was talking to one of the fellas here beside me, and I said to him, how many people do you think are here? And he said maybe 100 on this side and 100 on the other side, and it's like a summer league game. But now here's the thing, the kids are not letting that affect them. They're playing hard, the coaches are coaching hard, the kids in the crowd are screaming, they're trying to do the best they can, but it's just unfortunate for everybody. But you know what, it is what it is, and let's just play basketball and do what we can do.
Absolutely. Let's look at some of the individual numbers for you. We'll start out with Evergreen, as we mentioned. The point totals, actually they have 13 apiece for Brighton and for Leffler, so I gave Leffler credit for a deuce that was actually in the hands of
he wants you keeping his stats all the time.
So 13, and 2 coming for Ethan Leffler. For Johnstown Monroe, 8 points for Gavin Poe, 8 for Jake Luss, 2 for Derek Poe, and 2 for Josh Potter, and a point for Matt Sayer. From the free throw line, the Johnstown Monroe Johnnies were 2 for 4. Evergreen was 3 for 3. Rebound-wise, 11 to 10 Evergreen with the advantage on Johnstown Monroe there. Turnover-wise, 4 and 2. The turnovers, 2 turnovers for Evergreen and 4 for Johnstown Monroe in the first half of play. But both teams they're just going back and forth, aren't they, Danny?
They are. They really are. And you remember what I said earlier, that Johnstown has to get scoring from somebody else besides Jake Luss, Gavin Poe, and Matt Sayer. And right now it's just not happening. They're role players just aren't, getting the ball and getting in position. And there's a reason those guys are their leading scorers. They take charge. They want the ball. But, boy, they're going to have to get some help somewhere else.
28-21 your score, with Evergreen on top here at halftime over Johnstown Monroe. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with more from Bowling Green as Johnstown and Evergreen get ready to come back to the floor for the second half of play. 28-21 your score in favor of the Evergreen Vikings on WNHO and WOSN. We begin the second half of action from Bowling Green State University on WOSN and WNHO. As our score at halftime is Evergreen 28, Johnstown Monroe 21. Aaron Matthews, Danny Holbrook along with you. Get ready for the second half. Danny, let's talk about Johnstown Monroe for a minute. We talked about them in our pregame show, keys to the game. What do you think they've got to do as far as like a second half adjustment?
Well, I think they've got defensively. They've got to get out and challenge the shooters from Evergreen. They've got to get their hands up. They got to get high hands in. They've got to defend that shot, because here's what they're doing: they're sloughing off. And if they're not taking the jumper from the outside, they're allowing the kids from Evergreen to take 2 and 3 dribbles and get closer to the rim. And once that happens, that defense collapses, and then the cutters cut in, and they get easy shots from the block. So I think they're either going to go maybe big zone, maybe more of a man on the outside of the perimeter, something like that.
And as far as Evergreen?
Evergreen, I'm telling you, this is what I do. The same thing they did in the first half. Get the ball to Mason Leffler, get the ball to Nate Brighton. Those two are really outstanding players, and they work really well together. Get them on the block, like I said in the pregame, and let them do their work, because really they're a tough matchup. And Johnstown doesn't really have an answer for them. They've got some good players, but those two are special players.
Well, we get set to bring in the second half of action. I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Bowling Green State University, the tournament director, Jamie Beringer, and Mackenzie Nelson as well, for helping us with our broadcast and hosting us all week, and helping to afford the ability to do these games live for you. Obviously, we've got you hooked up for tonight. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at WOSN Scores, and we'll tell you which games are going to be live and where you can find them and all this and that, and just bear with us. Do not be overbearing. Do not be that fan.
Like I was last night, calling you, asking you however.
You posted on Facebook last night, Danny, about, well, I guess we're live. Word hadn't even been determined if we were going to be live.
Well,
so
I knew we were live.
Say?
I just didn't know if this game was going to be live.
So what did I say?
You told me to calm down and quit acting like I usually act.
Yes. There's a reason you're the 31st best color guy I've worked with this year. You were as high as 4. You've gone to 31.
I went
Come on.
4 to 31. I went from Kentucky to Valparaiso.
Hey, do not knock Valpo. I love those cats. Bryce Drew back in the day. That was my dude.
That's right.
Second half of action begins. It's Evergreen with the basketball. They'll work right to left here in the period, and a drive right away. The bucket is no good, but the offensive rebound and the stick back for Ethan Leffler, good.
Didn't hear much about Ethan Leffler in the first half. It's nice to see him get in there and get an offensive rebound, second chance points, and it's just really determining the basketball game so far.
Johnstown Monroe with the basketball. They trail by 9 at 30-21. Nice move underneath, the double clutch by Derek Foe. He scores his 4th of the night.
Yeah, Derek Foe's got to get involved in this game, and he really did a nice job of sealing him off on the backside. Got an easy bucket. They're going to need more of that in the second half.
Vikings with the rock. Dribbling with it and kicking it out is Lumbreezer. They work it back around to Mason Leffler. Leffler off the left hand, lost it, but a foul. Mason Leffler, 13 first half points, hit all 3 free throws for Evergreen. Will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and you can see when Mason Leffler gets the ball at the top of the key and he puts his head down, he's going to the rim. He is a matchup nightmare.
Take a look at the replay. You see the foul. That is on Gavin Foe. And the first free throw is good for Leffler.
You saw that first offensive set by Evergreen. Johnstown's decided they're not going to go out and contest those shots. So that the first set, they get it to the wing, and he dribbles up to the corner, and they get an easy bucket in the middle.
Second free throw is good as well. So 5 for 5. Mason Leffler from the foul line, 32-23. Back to a 9-point lead, the largest of the second half here. Early on, as we played just a minute. Johnny's with the basketball, trying to make something happen here. Drive in the lane, Gavin Foe scores.
Yeah, and you see what Johnstown, or what they're doing there is they cleared that one side, and they did it 2 plays in a row. They got the one side cleared out, and they let their guy go to work, and it really was effective.
Evergreen moving the basketball, now coming topside with it between the circles, Leffler. Now he'll kick it out. They work it around the perimeter to Evan Lumbreezer. Ball gets poked away, saved by Leffler in front of the Evergreen bench. Now down on the block. Turnaround going offhand, a little too strong there from Leffler. But the backside rebound, no good, but what a job there by Nate Brighton to get a third chance opportunity. Kicks it out. Here's Lumbreezer. He's going to kick it out to Ackman. They're going to rerun the offense.
That's fantastic work by Nate Brighton. You know, the senior knows how big this game is, and he's doing everything he can for his team right now. He's the lunch pail worker right now, doing all the dirty work. Whatever cliche we can bring up for guys that work hard, you know.
There you go, Danny. Those years of broadcasting school paid off. Jack E2 with a touch out top. Now they work it around the perimeter. Here's the left point, Ethan Leffler. Into that left corner, short side, back to Lumbreezer. He'll dribble between the legs, down to 5:35 to play. First in the third period. Nice jumper from the foul line. Lumbreezer's first two of the night. Nice to get another man going for Evergreen.
Yeah, they're really taking advantage of that middle being open. He took 3 dribbles and knocked down an easy jumper.
34-25, Lusk. Dribble drive, kicks it left baseline. The jumper in and out. That was halfway down and out there by Potter.
He got a really good look at it. He just didn't knock it down. There's no fault in him right there. He just got a really good look and just missed it.
Pass gets deflected out of bounds. That would have been into the student section. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. There is no student section.
Yeah, there is. There's about 12 people.
Yeah, there's
right in the basket. Let's go back to the replay. You see the jumper from the foul line from Lumbreezer.
Love the fact that Evergreen is just taking what Johnstown's giving them. They're not pushing the ball hard. They're not trying to do too much. They're just taking everything that they're giving them, and they are really playing, you know, really well on offense.
4:55 to play here in the third. It's 34-25, 9-point lead Evergreen. And Evergreen's content to run clock here.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? You got those athletes, spread that floor out, make Johnstown come out and chase you a little bit.
Here's Leffler, right block, over Derek Foe, missed it, and Foe able to grab the rebound.
Leffler was looking at the official, he wanted a foul.
Outlets it to Gavin Foe, takes it coast to coast for the bucket.
Yeah, they need more of that. Gavin Foe is really athletic, and he really needs to get to the rim like that. That was really easy, a nice drive.
34-27 Evergreen, 4:20 to play here, third quarter.
It's a great matchup here, Gavin Foe and Mason Leffler, two really athletic players here.
Vikings with it, working around the perimeter on the right wing. Back out to Lumbreezer. Evan at the left point. They swing it around. Get it into the hands of Mason Leffler. Going to get a whistle. On the spin, there's a foul with a hand check.
Yeah, didn't move his feet. I said that earlier. They're just moving their hands. You got to move your feet. You got to put your foot over that line and make sure you use it as another defender. You watch it right here. He let him get on the side of him, and there's the foul. They're going to call it every time.
Foul is on Derek Foe, his first. Here's the drive, kicked out there as Lumbreezer lost it. Now he's going to give it back to Ethan Leffler. Leffler now comes topside into the hands of Mason Leffler. He'll dribble. To the rim, scores off the left hand.
Oh, wow. Oh, the good folks in Metamora, Lions, Chesterfield, Assumption, and Whiteville, they're happy tonight.
You're name dropping like crazy.
No, those are towns in the Evergreen school. You didn't know I knew my Evergreen school district, did you?
Boy, I'm proud of you. You did your homework. Nice bucket for Johnstown there.
Well, I said you and I are going to the Country Charm Cafe and getting some blueberry pancakes.
Yum. 36-29, still a 7-point lead. Here's Evergreen with the rock. The jumper no good. Rebound pulled in by the Johnnies. Lusk with it. Now dumps it down low. Here's Derek Foe. Back to Jake Lusk. Lusk dribbles right to the foul line. Back out into the hands of Caleb Schneider, who's checked in. 3 on the way and no good. As that one misses by Sayer.
Ran a little really good offense there. They just missed a shot. Nothing to do about that. That was an open shot. That was the shot I'd have taken. Who we kidding? I'd take any shot.
Evergreen with the basketball and the lead at 36-29. Down to 2:20 to play here in the third. Vikings take their time as they reverse it with Brighton. Down on the left block, Mason Leffler. Leffler into a double team. Nice wraparound dump underneath, but a foul.
You've got to be kidding me. How he had the vision to find that man cutting on the backside. Watch this. Wow. Listen, you can't teach that, my friend. That's instincts.
2 free throws coming. First free throw rattles out for Leffler. Back into the game is Josh Potter for Johnstown Monroe.
Evergreen's made a conscious effort to get Ethan Leffler involved in this offense in the second half. They've looked for him and he's responded well. Missed that free throw.
Missed them both from the rebound by Matt Sayer. 36-29 with 2 minutes to play here in the third. Johnstown Monroe cut it to 7 before halftime. Here's Derek Foe underneath. Foe on the kick out. They swing it out to Lusk. Now he'll back up near the left point. And we're going to get a whistle underneath and a foul going to be called on Evergreen.
If you're Johnstown, just take your time here. You're down by 7, 1 bucket, and you're right back in this thing. And you're not out of this game at all. Take your time, run your sets. Plenty of time in this ball game.
Foul called on Ethan Leffler. That is his first. Off the inbounds, here's a 3. That one's no good by Sayer. But the offensive rebound comes back to Sayer. Misses that one again.
Second chance points. We talked about it all game long. Those rebounds are huge.
36-29 your score.
Just didn't convert.
Down to 1:27 to play here. Third period. Evergreen taking their time here, down to 1:15. They find a cutter, that's Brighton. Brighton to the rim, no. Bounces around, gets boxed out, and the rebound by Caleb Schneider. Schneider ahead, here's Sayer. He'll go to the rack, misses. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Derek Foe, goes back up, scores in a foul.
Second chance points. I'm telling you, on the other end, Aaron, it looked like Nate Brighton got completely pulled down. I don't know how they didn't call that. There's some great offensive rebounding here. Really getting after it on the offensive board. Second chance points. Get him back in this game. You go to the line, get a bucket, clock stops.
Derek Foe at the free throw line, and he misses that one. His free throws have been a bugaboo this year. 36% on the season.
Did you say bugaboo?
Yes, he did.
Yes, you did.
Down to 45 seconds to play here. Dribble drive, Lumbreezer to the rim, attacks and scores.
Yeah, that's too easy. You either get in position to stop that or you get backside help. That's too easy.
And he had a mammoth crease to where he could make that drive and dish, or score.
Yes, exactly.
He took the option.
Yep.
38-31 your score. Nice look underneath, the layup good by Jake Lusk. He's in double figures with 10 now to make it 38-33. The Johnnies now within 5.
Jake Lusk is a very strong athlete. He's got a good frame on him. He needs to do that more often.
Clock gets down to 4, down to 3. Here's Leffler, left corner. Brighton not going to get anything off. Good defense by Johnstown Monroe to close out the third period. 38-33, Evergreen leads by 5 on WOSN and WNHO. Fourth quarter begins here on WOSN and WNHO. We appreciate you joining us wherever you might be here this evening watching high school tournament basketball. Regardless of the situation, it is still the most wonderful time of the year, Danny Holbrook.
Yeah, we're still getting great basketball here. These two teams, they know what's at stake here. Fourth quarter, this is the money quarter, and both teams want it really bad.
And you thought we weren't going to get to work anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why we call you Negative Nancy every now and then. or Danny Denmark.
That's right.
Nice move. Lusk in the lane, tries to pivot under, goes with the scoop shot and scores.
You gotta be kidding me. Went around Nate Brighton, scooped it in. The momentum has clearly switched to Johnstown.
It's a 3-point game. Johnny's trail, 38-35. Evergreen with the basketball.
You know where I'm going if I'm Evergreen. It's one of two options. It's Nate Brighton or Mason Leffler. Get the ball to your horses and let them work.
Evan Lumberger had a good third quarter with 4 points as well. Mason Leffler's got 17. Nate Brighton's got 13. Dribble drive right in the lane. Nice job, scoop to the hoop. No, but a traveling violation.
Yeah, he kind of lost his footing there. He should have went straight up on the right side, but he lost his footing and he realized he wasn't going to make the shot, so he tries to scoop it up from underneath. I'm telling you, I'm going right back to Jake Lusk on this end. He's got the hot hand right now.
Johnstown with the rock. Pull up from the foul line. That's blocked. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. That's going to Jake Lusk. Jake picks up his first foul of the night.
Yeah, he's not happy. Watch this play here. The ball was tipped. He ran into the man.
Jake looked like a D lineman seeing that ball get tipped on the tip drill, wanting to get an INT.
And now Johnny's got the pressure here. They're going to do a little
trap there out of it.
Yeah, trapping in the corner.
Evergreen able to break. They pull that trap back off. Here's the drive. They go underneath. Nice pass, a block. 2-on-1 at the other end. The layup is good by Gavin Foe for 16 of the night. It's a 1-point game.
Gavin Foe did a tremendous job of getting his man on his left side and used his body to shield him.
Timeout taken. Evergreen, full timeout. We take a look at the replay. Let's take a break as well on WOSN and WNHO. We are back here in Bowling Green at Stroh Center, 38-37. Evergreen with the lead of only one on Johnstown Monroe. A 4-0 run here to start things out in the fourth quarter, Danny Holbrook.
Yeah, it's like Johnstown just took a different attitude when they come out of the huddle in the fourth quarter. They're going to the rim with reckless abandon, and they're getting fouled, they're hitting shots, and they're really playing well right now.
Evergreen with the basketball. Full court pressure applied by Johnstown. They get it across the timeline. Here's Evan Lumbreeser. Lumbreeser high on the left, near side, basically in front of us. Able to get rid of it. There's the drive. Underneath, fade away. That is good for Leffler. Man, is he smooth.
Yeah, you got to imagine their coach went in that timeout and said, listen, we've dominated this whole game. Let's get back to what we're doing best.
Nice look underneath for the layup.
Johnstown's not going away.
40-39. I believe that was Jake Lusk with the bucket. If so, that's his 14th. 40-39 your score. Here's a drive. It's Brighton, and he is fouled.
He's real lucky, Nate Brighton. He didn't get a travel on that play because he was really going in there with the head of steam. Looked like he lost his footing and he could have got a travel call. Here we see it again. Yeah, he took 3 or 4 steps right there. I'm not real sure how they got that, but they called the foul first.
Brighton at the foul line. The 6'5 senior. Got to go back flange and drop.
Wow, the kind rim here at Bowling Green State University.
Brighton at 66% on the season. Second one good as well. Hits them both for point number 14 and 15. 42-39, 3-point lead.
If you're Johnstown, don't rush your shot. Take your time. You're right in this game. You're right where you want to be. Give yourself a chance.
The 3 pulled up, in and out. The miss there by Caleb Schneider.
Wow, Aaron, I could watch that play 10 times, and that ball was in the rim. How did that pop out of there? Hey, here it is. Watch this. It was, oh, that's as close to being a bucket as you can get. You can't get any closer than that.
What a job by our camera crew to catch that.
Great job.
Here's a ball, loose ball, turnover. Schneider gets it back, goes glass, misses.
Got what they wanted. They got the turnover. They got Evergreen speeding up here. That's what they want to do when they press. They want to speed up Evergreen.
Jeff McMillan, the defensive coordinator for Johnstown. Here's the drive, the layup, and one.
Listen, I don't know where he's going to school, if he's going to school at all, but if you're a college coach and you're watching this kid play, he's a 6'5" machine that can go to the rim, he can get there with ease, and he can knock down jumpers from the outside. You sound like a recruiting service.
You do. Who's paying you tonight? First restaurants, now recruiting services.
Right.
Free throw good by Leffler, 5 1/4, 22 on the night. Trying to make a play for our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner coming up after the game. 45-36. Evergreen able to get it back out. 45-39, a 6-point lead, I should say. Here's the drive, kick it out. Here's Lusk for three, no. Rebound pulled in by Leffler.
I thought Johnstown should have took the easier shot there. I don't think that pass was warranted. He was 10 feet from the basket. Shoot the ball, son.
Nice pass down low. They get it down underneath to E2. Yeah, E2 with his first two of the night. 47-39, the lead at 8. Nice drive to the rim, and a foul going to be called as Gavin Foe takes contact on the arm.
Gavin Foe's done a really good job tonight of calming the storm at times. He's getting to the rim. He knows what his team needs. And now you're going to the line. You're going to get a chance to shoot, and the clock is stopped. So just a really headsy play by Gavin Foe.
First free throw good by Gavin. He's now 2 of 3 for the night from the line, right at 66%. And we're going to get a timeout taken, full timeout, Johnstown Monroe. Comes with 4:09 to play here in the ball game. 47-40 your score on WNHO and WOSN. The second free throw by Gavin Foe is missed, but the offensive rebound kept alive by Johnstown Monroe. The open three on the way by Jake Lusk, no good. And out of bounds off of Johnstown Monroe with 3:59 to play in the fourth. Danny.
Yeah, well, you don't blame Jake Lusk for taking the shot. They didn't defend him at all. And he's knocked him down a time or two tonight, so take that shot. He's got plenty of time, but you got to start working on the defensive end.
47-40 your score. As we hit the 3:55 mark here in the fourth. The drive coast-to-coast offensive foul on Evergreen. Turnover on the Vikings, and that foul goes on Mason Leffler, his third.
What a great job by Josh Potter from Johnstown to get right in there, got himself set, didn't move, took the charge. Here you see it. This was going to be called the whole time. I'd like to see Mason Leffler kind of pull up and knock down a little jumper or something instead of trying to get to the rim. You've knocked down those 10, 15 footers all night, son.
Johnny's with the rock in front of their bench. They get it high post, left elbow. Lusk on the cut, finds Gavin Foe, but he lost it out of bounds. And full court pressure applied by Johnstown with 3:40 to play.
I love how the bigs from Evergreen go get the ball. They're not afraid to bring the ball up, and they can see the court really well.
And Nate Brighton handles it like a point guard too. I've been really impressed. Nice scoop to the hoop. The move there by Mason Leffler, 7 in the quarter, gives him 24 on the night to make it 49-40. And now a block by Brighton. Evergreen with numbers, 3-on-1. Brighton to the rim, too strong. Back tapped out, saved to Leffler. Underneath Brighton, got it in a foul.
What a great job by Mason Leffler to find his teammate. Just gets him the ball right under the basket. Those two have played a lot of basketball together, you can tell.
You see the replay there, and underneath, sat on the rim, rolled, got that kind of bounce, if you will.
Yeah.
And a timeout, Johnstown Monroe. They trail for their largest deficit of the night at 11. It'll be a full timeout, 3:10 to play, 51-40 our score on WOSN and WNHA. Welcome back to the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. The largest lead of the night for the Evergreen Vikings right now, 51-40. 3:10 to play here in the ball game. Danny Holbrook. And it seems just when Johnstown's got an answer, Evergreen comes right back, gets a bucket. Mason Leffler's got 7 in the quarter. Nate Brighton's got 6 in the quarter. You go with your horses in this time of year.
Yeah, they know what to do, and they like I said, they calm the storm, and they're both so athletic and so big, and just really talented basketball players. And hey, they want to go to the regional final.
The winner will play either Ottawa-Glandorf or Colonel Crawford. That game coming up on WTLW Live, and of course on our stream at WOSN.TV Live and Facebook as well. All the games tonight that we've got on Facebook, including Lima Senior and Toledo Start, which started approximately 15 minutes ago, give or take, from Savage Arena.
Yeah, I don't, that call, the last one here, you see this, they called it a jump ball. Oh, he got his hand in there.
Here's the home run pass. High glasser, no good by Jack Etu. And the ball in the hands of Johnstown Monroe with 2:48 to play here in the contest. Gavin Foe working right point, kicks it over to Caleb Schneider. 3 on the way, box.
That's a big shot. That's a big shot. They need that really bad.
He pulled that one near Mount Vernon. I'll give him damn beer on that one. Former stomping grounds of your boy for the last 2 years of high school.
There you go.
Vikings with it, down to 2:27 to play. Here's Leffler. He'll dribble high on the right, far side.
The Evergreen fans, I think they can get a little excited. They smell a possible victory here. They're getting on their hands, they're on their feet.
Nice look underneath, block from behind. Got it back, score, and one. Jack E2.
Jack E2 with the second chance points. Just killed on the second chance points.
He's got 4 points all in this fourth quarter of play.
Now if you're Evergreen, you just got to take your time offensively, and you just got to sit down, play good defense, and you walk out of here and you move on to the next round.
And the free throw is good by Jack Etu, who has 5 points now in the fourth, and the lead is 12. 55-43 with 2 minutes to play. Able to kick it out. Here's Matt Sayer with it, out top now Schneider. Schneider bounce pass, right block, nice give and go. The layup try is good by Gavin Foe. He's got 19 now in the night to make it 55-45. And we're gonna get a whistle and a timeout. Coach Keefe, we're gonna use a 30-second timeout. So a 30-second timeout for Evergreen. We'll go ahead and keep it here. As a 10-point advantage, you still got 1:46 to play. Evergreen with 3 timeouts, 2 fulls and a 30. Same with Johnstown Monroe. They've got 3 left as well in their pocket with 2 fulls. and a 30 there also. The winner of this one will play either Ottawa-Glandorf or they'll play Colonel Crawford. That one is forthcoming here this evening from Stroh Center.
With a capacity of?
We'll see. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be weird doing an OG game and not having a house full of Titans.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Now, if you're Johnstown Monroe, you want to extend this game. You got to foul, you got to get that clock stopped, and you got to make shots.
10-point advantage with 1:46 to go. Vikings with the basketball. They nearly lose it, and they do. And a foul going to be called on Evergreen right in front of us. And that one's going to go on Mason Leffler, who just picked up his 4th, Danny.
Yeah. Well, they're going to leave him in the ballgame, of course, but he's really got to be careful here. And that's exactly what Johnstown wanted. They want to speed him up, they get the turnover, and now you got to go down and you've got to make shots.
Johnstown with the basketball as we come back to action. A 3 on the way, and that one is no good. The miss there by Potter, but the offensive rebound. Potter followed a shot, gets it out to Gavin Foe. Now Schneider, right corner 3, drains it.
Well, this thing's getting tight now. We're at 7.
Timeout taken. Johnstown Monroe, full timeout with 1:23 to play here in the game. And a full timeout as we take a look at the 3-point shot on the replay by Caleb Schneider, his 2nd here in the quarter. And we'll take a break as well. 55-48, Evergreen by 7. Back here at Bowling Green, Stroh Center with 1:23 to play here in the 4th quarter, 55-48, a lead of 7 for the Evergreen Vikings. In year 27 for Jerry Kiefer, trying to be one step closer to a state tournament berth and make the Elite 8 in Division III.
He's had 21 winning seasons out of his 27 years there. That's an accomplishment.
55-48, the lead at 7, down to 1:19 to play. Vikings try to play keep away, eat some clock here. Nearly a steal as Nate Brighton comes up with it. Now gets rid of it, Mason Leffler.
Johnstown's got to come out and foul. They've got to get the ball back.
And now they'll work it out. They're going to run a 5-out offense. Will Evergreen, as we're down to 55 seconds, we'll get the foul on the drive. It'll be Mason Leffler who drew the contact.
Yeah, he drew the contact because you don't want to know why he drew the contact, because he wants the ball. He is standing out there urging his teammates to get him the ball. I love the tenacity in the young man, and I love his game.
Jake Lusk picks up the free throw, or picks up the foul rather. And the free throw good. Team foul number 10, so 2 shots the rest of the way. First bonus free throws of the night for either ball club either. Gets them both. 9 in the quarter, 26 on the night for Mason Leffler. 57-48 your score. Nice cut to the rim, and the bucket good for Matt Sayer. His first field goal of the night, and a timeout taken by Johnstown Monroe with 44.6 to play. It's a 30-second timeout, Danny.
Really nice back cut, and an even nicer pass there to get to the ball to him.
Take a look there at the Johnstown Monroe huddle. And conversely on the other end of the floor with Evergreen. Johnstown has 1 timeout left. Evergreen has 3. They got 2 fulls and a 30. And 1 full remains for Johnstown Monroe. So we'll come back to action. I'm sure it was trying to get as little time off the clock as possible to set up another opportunity to get the ball.
Right.
It's a 3-possession game, though, and you got 44.6 to work with.
You got to, if you don't get a steal here, you've got to foul immediately.
It bounces to Evan Lumbreeser. He'll dribble right in front of us. May have gotten away with a carry.
Yeah.
And a whistle, timeout, full timeout by Evergreen.
I'm not real sure why a foul wasn't committed right off the bat there. They let 5 or 6 seconds go off the clock.
We'll take a timeout. 57-50. Evergreen with the lead by 7 on WOSN and WNHO. Welcome back to Stroh Center. Evergreen with the basketball. A foul out of the timeout by Matt Sayer. And the free throw line going to become quite the hot spot for Mason Leffler. He's going to go back to the line for the 3rd time here in this 4th period. He is 3 for 3 from the stripe.
Continue giving him the ball and continue letting him go to the free throw line because he's done everything for him tonight.
And he misses that one. First time he's missed from the stripe. C.J. McMillan into the game for the first time. C.J. a 6'1 senior. He'll replace Josh Potter, who's a junior. Second one is good. So Leffler connects to make it 58-50. Down to 30 seconds to play. Here's Gavin Foe on the drive. He'll score. Foe's got 7 in the quarter, 21 in the night. Foul going to be called right away.
22 seconds left here. As long as they take care of business, hit their free throws, keep the ball moving, they're going to be fine.
The foul is going to be called on Caleb Schneider. That is his first. And Evan Lumbreeser will go to the free throw line. First time tonight, and he shoots 59% on the season. He'll hit the first.
Going to move on and go to 25-1, man. What an impressive bunch of ball players for the Evergreen Vikings.
10 of 11 in the 4th quarter from the line for Evergreen. That's mammoth.
Yeah, that's concentrating, taking care of business.
60-52, drive and score by Jake Lusk. He's got 16 now. Timeout, Johnstown Monroe. Let's see what the Johnnies do here. It is a full timeout. That's all they have left.
We're 2 possessions. Anything, hit a couple threes and who knows? Anything can happen, Aaron. It's March.
Well, the madness is ensuing. That is for certain. They put us on screen for whatever reason,
Whoa.
Danny.
We look good. We look good.
That is something right there.
It is.
Of course, you can see some of the crowd behind us here. Tonight behind us, the Johnstown Monroe section of parents and immediate family members. And they made the trip up from Johnstown down by Newark.
Yeah, I was talking to some of them before the game, and they were really appreciative of people broadcasting and trying to get this game out. They also mentioned they had a lot of family and friends they left behind that they couldn't come to the game, but they've made the best of it.
I want to know how they got their students in, because that's incredible.
Yeah, that is. There's a lot of kids over there.
Love it. They got to let these kids in. Yeah. I know there's been petitions going around that combined have over 4,000 signatures. And
my situation is, what's different from last night than tonight?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. But hey, I'm not the governor, and that's not my decision.
Here's the long outlet pass ahead to Mason Leffler. Leffler to the 10 for 2. Dagger.
Yeah, quite the night for Mason Leffler.
62-54, 3 by Schneider is blocked. Saved by Lusk, and that's not going to matter any. We'll get a whistle with 0.8 of a second to play. And Evergreen's going to make the trip back over here to Bowling Green on Saturday night.
Well, they're an impressive group. They've got some really good athletes. They're very well coached. They play really good defense, and they're going to be a tough out for whoever they get.
CJ Hauk going to shoot a couple of freebies. He is yet to score tonight. He'll hit the first.
We took care of that problem real quick.
Sure did. Second one is on its way. It is good as well. Evergreen 64. Johnstown Monroe 54. We'll come back to our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner next on WOSN and WNHO. We welcome you back here to Bowling Green State University's Stroh Center. Stolly Insurance is proud to bring us our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner. For over 115 years, they have been serving the area with premium insurance services, and they're also the sponsor of our All Hustle Award show at the end of the season. And tonight, Mason Leffler from the Evergreen Vikings with 29 points. Danny Holbrook, including 9 of 10 from the free throw line, gets the job done and will be our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner. Young man played his tail off, didn't he?
Yeah, he was clearly the best player on the court all night. And when you get in a ball game of this magnitude, and you're this far along the tournament trail, and your best player does what he did tonight, you're always going to have a chance to win. And he got 29 points, and he could have had more. He was just the most dominant player. And here's the thing: he had help on the outside and on the inside. They really played well together as a team.
They certainly did, and got the job done in winning 64-54 over Johnstown Monroe. Coming up is Game 2. We'll have it on WTLW TV 44, as well as streaming on WOSN Live and Facebook Live as well, featuring the Colonel Crawford Eagles and the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans. Tip-off of that one coming up after 8 o'clock from Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. We hope you've enjoyed Game 1. If you want to join in on some hoops, Why don't you check out Lima Senior taking on Toledo Start from the University of Toledo Savage Arena. That game in progress right now in the second period. And then come back and join us coming up in about 30 minutes or so as we'll have OG taking on Colonel Crawford. For our entire crew and Danny Holbrook, this is Aaron Matthews saying Game 2 is coming up from Bowling Green on WOSN.
Wasn't anything I did. Basically what you two did.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Wish the damn fans were here. That would have been great. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, it was loud though.
Oh yeah.
It did get loud. It was loud.
Can you imagine if everyone was here?
Oh, I know. I know.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Kurt Snyder, I cover Johnstown down in Newark, and obviously for you guys, you were tested obviously down during the tournament. You know, when it gets to one point, you just turn to those guys and say, hey,
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what to do.
You know, they're both four-year starters. They've played a lot of games. You know, they're both 1,000-point scorers. They've seen just about everything that you could see in a high school career, and they're the ones that made the plays when Johnstown cut it to one. They came up big, and they have all year. I mean, that's just it's been a very special year. You know, we've won a lot of close games, a couple overtime games. We've made free throws with .2 left. Shots at the buzzer. Just for whatever reason, everything seems to work this year. So we're just excited to move on. It's the first time, you know, we've been here 4 times at regionals, and it's the first time that we get to stick around one more day and play in a regional final. Well, they're awesome. We had a lull when they were freshmen. You know, we won. I think we won 8 games. It's their freshman year. 12. We won 10. 10 games, and then it went 12 games, and then it went 20 games last year, and you know, now we're sitting at 25 wins. So they've meant a whole lot to the program. Can't say enough about them. I mean, they come to work every day and get it done for me, and they're best friends. Yeah. Well, we're a very small community, you know. I wish the whole virus thing wasn't affecting to see our crowd. I mean, our crowd, every time we've ever gotten there, I mean, it just everybody in the community is at the game, and that's all they talk about. The first regional tournament we went to in '97, we came back the following year and passed the levy to build a new school building because there wasn't enough room for everybody to get in the gym. So if you're good, they will follow you, and they will follow you until it is over, and it's a very special community with their support.
Coach, certainly early in the game, you know, the first 4 or 5 possessions, they're able to get inside. You know, I'm sure you saw the film. That's kind of
Yes.
What were you able to do there, really, for 2.5 quarters or so, maybe until maybe late third, to kind of force them out?
I think the first 4 or 5 possessions, we weren't as physical as Johnstown was, and then after that, I thought we were as physical, if not more physical, than they were. You know, they're not gonna call a touch foul in a regional game, and they didn't. I thought it was very well officiated, but I think we just matched their physicality, and they kind of struggled with that a little bit. And I thought we were a little bit taller than they were. You know, they're a little bigger, but I thought we were a little more athletic. Now it's Gavin, number 1. Yeah. He's the real deal. I mean, he's athletic, and he reminds me of a 2-inch shorter this guy. So, you know, they're a very good basketball team, but I just think that we matched up pretty well. And when number 1 got into foul trouble, I think kind of slowed him down. He didn't attack the basket like he did early in the first quarter, and second quarter too. So I think that was the difference. You know, we made shots. We were able to get inside. I don't know what we shot. I haven't looked at the stats, but I'm guessing we shot pretty well from the field in the second half.
Coach, how did the atmosphere seem different without as many fans here, or did it just seem like a preseason game?
Once you get into it, I don't think you even, you know, you don't recognize that there's no crowd, or the crowd's small, or the crowd's big. You're just so locked in. And actually, we talked before you guys started asking questions that I thought it was pretty loud for the number of people we had here, I mean, it was loud. So.
More people than you thought.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
one other question I wanted to ask was, they put some pressure on you that just early in the fourth quarter seemed to bug you, but then you got control of it and made some good transition buckets off that. What was happening that you guys improved against that?
Well, I would have pressed it sooner. If you would have watched the district semi game and the district final game, we really struggled with pressure. But tonight it was man to man, and he's my point guard under pressure because there's not a lot of people a lot of 5 men come out and guard full court, so that's why we have him. And we got it across and kind of swung. I thought we took a big chunk of time off, probably 30, 40 seconds when it was a 2-minute and 7-second game. Before they fouled and we went and made 2 free throws. I thought that was huge. We really took some time off the clock, and now they've got to chase us. So that was key.
Mason, you got to the basket relatively early. When you weren't scoring, you were kind of great for your teammates. Speak about that aggressive mindset.
Well, I knew right from the get-go I had to attack. I got a couple easy buckets early, and it got me to the rhythm, and then I just kept seeing openings because I'm pretty sure they saw my district final game. I shot the ball pretty well against Archbold, so they came out and kind of crowded me, and then I just found openings, tried to get easy shots, and it just got in rhythm and just kept attacking.
We talked about this at the top here in your senior class.
What's it like playing with these guys? It means everything to me. I mean, we've been together. We've been playing basketball together since 2nd grade. We knew we'd have a chance to do something special when we were seniors, and this is what we're doing. It's great. It's a great group of guys.
What do you guys have to do to just keep this going?
We got to have good practices, play as a team, stick to the game plan. We have a pretty good chance.
With Mr. Bright, you came out and hit some big threes. Were you feeling it in the second quarter? I mean, did you just feel like, man, this is my night?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really shooting all that well in warm-ups, and I think they went to a 1-2-2, and my teammates found me on the wing. I knocked the first one down, and my confidence went up from there.
Mason, you were a killer just going to the hole, man.
Yeah.
You were doing a good job keeping your chin on the rim and everything. And you had a pretty good defender on you. How do you think they did you feel like you were really in rhythm and you just wanted to take it to them?
I knew the number 2, I think he was on me. He was pretty strong. I thought I was a little bit quicker than he was, so I tried to attack early, see what I could get, and I just kept getting in there. We kept setting ball screens at the top, and I could find little gaps and get to the basket, and I just kept attacking.
Thanks, guys. I just have one more for you, Coach. You've been here 27 years, I believe.
Yes.
Is there anything unique or special about this group that you can say is different?
Well, I think when it's all said and done, you can't argue with the fact that this is the best team that's ever come through Evergreen. I mean, a league championship, a sectional title, a district title, no worse than the regional runner-up. Most wins in school history. The most wins was 20 from last year, and they went to 25. So when it's all said and done, this class, this team, no matter what happens on Saturday, arguably is the best team that Evergreen's ever had. That's what I think. That's true.
Thanks, guys. Good luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.
And they was the coach in 2nd grade.
That's good. And well played. Coach, congratulations. Congratulations. Hey, were you guys going to school? Oh, and you've got it right. Yeah, just look that way.
obviously, Matt, getting this point. You know, at 9-7, we actually talked after that next game. What did this show here in the last 6 weeks? Show that, hey, you know, we're one of the best Johnstown teams, not only recently, but in program history.
It showed our toughness as a team. We were doubted from the beginning of the season. We weren't really expected to do anything, and we started off not good. And we had an injury early. We had to get back into the flow, and once we did, we came out punching. And to make it this far, I mean, it means the world to me. But you always hate to lose this way.
Well, and obviously for you guys, you know, it seemed like it was just right there. I mean, you get back to one point a couple times, and you just feel like, man, if we make one more shot, two more shots, maybe we get our momentum.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great team. Never going to take anything away from them. They played their hearts out. They beat us. Early in the game, we got away from our game plan, which hurt us, and they got into rhythm. Once that happened, it's hard to contain those players, and we weren't really making our shots to start the game, and it was just we were playing in the wrong tempo than we wanted to, and wish we could start over.
All right, thanks, Matt. You did a great job all season. We appreciate the help the last few years.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Good. Obviously, along the lines with what Matt said. I mean, you're sitting here at 9-7, and it's easy for, well, they don't have Jason anymore. Now they don't have Kyle anymore. Now they don't have Owen anymore. But this group obviously showed that, hey, we still have really good players that are multi-year starters and
right.
players in this program.
Yeah, for sure. We obviously you mentioned several guys that have graduated already that were just, they're superstars. And this group, we had several guys that stepped up. We were sitting there at 9-7 and trying to still find our identity. And then we found our identity at second half of the season. And my hat's off to these guys. They came into practice. They very easily could have, at 9-7, with the first-year coach, start questioning some things or, turning on each other, and they didn't. They stuck together. They believed in the process. And every day in practice, they continued to just grind and work and push each other. And the biggest thing that we harped on is compete. We got to compete in practice. And they did that. And that was kind of our turning point when we were sitting there almost at 500. Yeah, for sure, definitely. We were right there. Like Matt said, in the first half, the tempo wasn't where we wanted. We wanted to get the tempo in our favor, and we were able to do that in the third quarter. And we didn't, my hat's off to the, Evergreen. They did a phenomenal job of defending us and had a terrific game plan. We didn't hit those outside shots that we needed to hit tonight, that we have been hitting in recent games. So, yeah.
Definitely. Last thing, the commitment to winning, and whether it's obviously Jake, who's a football player, but some of these guys like Gavin and Matt who are basketball, knowing that Johnstown, when you see Johnstown in your bracket, still having that, hey, I don't want to play those guys, whether it's the district and now maybe in the regional as well.
Right. Yeah. We're going to miss our three seniors, but we have some very talented young guys coming back for sure. And that's in our schedule. We schedule, the best teams that we can in Central Ohio, and typically this time of year it ends up paying off for us. It truly does. It's we made districts 5 out of the last 6 years. This year we were lucky enough to get to regionals, and these guys, I keep telling them, just it will pay off. Just keep working, and they believe in that. So.
It seemed like you guys really started to get momentum when you extended your defense, and then you started the full court pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish you would have pressured them a little bit more in the first half?
It's one of those things. Yeah, hindsight's always 20/20. It's one of those things where I felt in the first half we were just, 2 or 3 possessions or just hitting a big shot, getting that 3 ball to fall in that first half. I thought about it. I mentioned it to our coaching staff, and it was one of those things where we were a little bit afraid, like if we did and they go on a 5-0 run, then all of a sudden that 5-6 point lead that they have on us turns into 12 or 14, and so we were a little bit afraid of that. could go either way on that one.
Talk about your two graduating seniors for me. You got one heck of a defender.
Yes.
And, a good big man in those two.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully they'll get some college looks here.
Yeah. Well, Derek's actually going to college to play baseball. Yeah, he's a tremendous baseball player. But yeah, Derek, we're going to miss obviously his size. You know, he's 6'5", 6'6", real long arms. And Derek was one of those guys that he broke his wrist early in the year, about halfway back, just early in our season, and he was out for 4 weeks. And he just probably the last 2-3 weeks he started playing to where we knew he was capable of. So we're certainly going to miss him. And Matt's been playing varsity since he was a sophomore, and God love him, every game he is matched up on the other team's toughest offensive player, and we are certainly going to miss his defense. He is the best defensive player I've ever coached.
Gavin played great tonight.
Yes.
You want to talk about him real quick?
Yeah, for sure. Gavin, I keep telling coaches, like, he's a hidden gem. His upside, where he was last year as a sophomore to where he is now as a junior, he's grown tremendously. His upside is, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. He has tremendous upside. He's relentless. Yes, he plays at a pace, and his athleticism, he's able to elevate the way he does. Is tremendous. But Gavin's a hidden gem. I keep telling these coaches, man, like, you need to jump on him because I'll take him every day. You know. Yeah.
And then you got a nice player coming back to us who he can hit the J and keep you honest and everything.
Yeah. Jake he's been starting since he was a freshman. He's an inside-outside guy. He's only 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'5", 6'6", the way he competes in there. He's getting several college football looks, but he could play at the next level in basketball or football.
So when you're walking away from this game, taking your bus home or whatever, you can't really feel that bad about it. I mean, you guys did not play bad. You weren't turning the ball over a lot. You didn't maybe shoot as well as they did, but are you going to go away kind of on a high point even? I mean, it hurts, but
sure.
It's not like you fell apart out there. You were playing a strong game.
Yeah, I appreciate that, John. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously it stings a little bit anytime you lose at this level. But I told the kids in the locker room, you got to keep your head up. I mean, there's only 16 teams left in the state right now, and you're one of them. And you got to keep your head up. You know, that's just.
What's the just one parting thought? What's the one thing you're going to take away that 10 years from now you're going to remember about this team? Is it the Heath victory and winning the district title?
I don't know that it's going to be one single victory or one win. I mean, obviously the district is special. In Central Ohio, basketball is just tremendous. So winning the district in Central Ohio means a lot. But I think the one thing that I would take away from this team is just how mature and how great of a group they were off the floor. They're just a tremendous group of kids. Like, I love these kids, every one of them. They really loved it. It was a family. We had a family atmosphere in our locker room. In practice, off the floor, we loved each other, each and every one of us.
I'll tell you, Kevin, on behalf of 270, you've deserved a chance to coach a team like this for a long time. I mean,
Thank you.
Battled you
Yeah.
as assistant
Yeah,
coach
Beechcroft.
for years,
Yeah.
and you really deserve it. You did a great job this year, man.
Thank you, John.
Proud of
I
you.
appreciate that, man. You do a great job yourself.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Kurt. Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah, thank you too. Still talk to Policino at all?
Less and less. I need to get a hold of him. I gotta tell you, like, I'm putting out there. Have you seen that I'm doing this encyclopedia?
Yes, I did see that.
Okay.
I saw that. I think Dan might have. Someone told me.
Friend me on Facebook.
Okay.
Because I've been putting stuff out about it. You guys are college stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I've got the most obscure information. I found this one place where I found every guy that from Ohio High School in the NBA and who they got in a fight with between 1970 and 1989. So I mean, this thing has everything. Dude, you're gonna love it.
That's awesome, man. That's weird. Yeah.
I love it, man, when I see guys like me that were on assistants and
Okay. Good evening from Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. We welcome you to the Division III Regional Semifinal featuring the Colonel Crawford Eagles and the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans. I'm Aaron Matthews, courtside with Danny Holbrook. Danny, you look at this matchup, as unique as this atmosphere is tonight, you got two teams that are going to go at each other pretty hard and heavy.
Yeah, and I think the whole key to this game is can Colonel Crawford contain the inside game of Ottawa-Glandorf? They're so big and they're so athletic, and they really get to the rim well, and I think that's going to be a game within itself.
Let's do our keys to the game. We'll start out with the visitors. It's the OG Titans coming in at 24-1 on the year.
Yeah, number one, they need a fast start. Get out quick on Crawford, gain some momentum early, and leave no doubt. Against Wayne Trace, Ottawa was down early, and they started off a little sluggish, so get a fast start. Second thing is ride your horses. Get the ball on the blocks to your bigs. Against Wayne Trace, Owen Nichols and Ben Westry combined for, listen to this, Aaron, 30 points, 19 rebounds, and 5 block shots. And lastly, offensive rebounds. Against Wayne Trace, the Titans had 23 offensive rebounds, which means 23 extra chances to score. If that continues, they're going to be hard to beat.
Let's talk about Colonel Crawford, 23-3. Coach David Shelton has done an outstanding job in his tenure at North Robinson.
He has, and the first thing they need to do is they need to handle the Titan pressure. Colonel Crawford has to limit their turnovers from the OG pressure to have success on the offensive end of the floor. Second thing, limit transition scoring. Colonel Crawford has to limit OG in transition scoring by rebounding and getting second chance points, and most importantly, knocking down shots in their half-court sets. And the last thing to do is glass work. Colonel Crawford must do a great job of boxing out, getting defensive rebounds, and getting 50-50 balls on the floor.
Our first half of action coming up live from the Stroh Center at the campus of Bowling Green State University between OG and Colonel Crawford next on WOSN and WTLW.
We live in the greatest country in the world with freedoms like no other. To honor America and in respect for all those who have served, those who are serving, and those who will be serving in our armed forces, we ask that everybody please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
On the campus, Bowling Green State University, as we get set for the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans and the Colonel Crawford Eagles, a Division III regional semifinal. The winner returns to play Evergreen on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We look forward to potentially having that game for you. We check out our officials, local flavor out of the Northwest District. Jeff Pinkslip Klaus, Joe Allen, Daryl Phillips. Our three-man crew working this one here this evening. Ottawa-Glandorf will be the visitors tonight. We'll give you their starting five right now, same five as it's been throughout the year. Parker Shoemaker, Brennan Blevins, Ethan Alt, Owen Nichols, and Ben Westrick, a starting five for Ottawa-Glandorf. As we switch over to Colonel Crawford, they'll be the home team here in game two from BG. Mason Studer, Reese Walker, Jordan Fenner, also Gavin Lickner, and Chase Walker, our starters for Colonel Crawford. Coach David Sheldon in his 14th year, 241 wins, 93 losses in his career. Tyson McLaughlin overall with a record of 192 and 40 in his coaching 10 years. We look at the updated brackets. Evergreen knocked off Johnstown Monroe a little bit ago, 64-54. That game here at Stroh Center, as we said, on Saturday night, 7 o'clock, before a pint-sized crowd, Danny Holbrook.
Yeah, not a lot of people here for this one, but you know what? We're going to get good basketball. We've got two outstanding teams here. They both are going to take the personality of their head coaches. Both of those head coaches played college basketball. Dave Sheldon was a gritty point guard up Bluffton University, and Tyson McLaughlin at Findlay University. So if these teams play like those two, we're in for a real treat. Should be a fun one here tonight. OG in the blue uniforms with the yellow/gold numerals and letters with matching trim. And you see Colonel Crawford in the home whites with the yellow numerals and letters as well. Rocking the blacks tonight. The Coach Sheldon goes either all black, all gray. He'll even go all yellow every now and then. Yeah, he's a character. We just being up here today and listening to some of the media and some of the other coaches talk. He's quite the character.
He sure is. Had the chance to meet him on Saturday. He was at Lima Senior to watch. Him and his staff were there to watch OG knock off Wayne Trey 69-44. Colonel Crawford got here by defeating Pemberville Eastwood on Friday night 37-30 in the district finals up at Norwalk. So that's how that played out. And of course for Ottawa-Glandorf, they did it at Lima Senior. So short trip for the Titans and a short trip tonight around the 40-minute mark for OG.
We talked a little bit earlier in the first game about that first 30 seconds to a minute of the game without the crowd noise, and you have to get yourself in that mood. But both teams look like they're ready to come out, and then for a small crowd, these crowds are fired up. They're right on top of us, and they're noisy, and there's not a lot of them. But hey, we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna bring it live to Northwest Ohio, and that's what I'm excited about. A lot of people get to see us and get to see this game, and that's awesome.
Ottawa-Glandorf's got 16 students in the house. Colonel Crawford, 1.
They have one student over there. That is unbelievable.
At least it appears it might be the cheerleading advisor.
I was going to say, I don't think she's a student. It looks like the cheerleading advisor. I have no idea. There's a few elementary kids over there, but yeah.
You see the Titan faithful? There's definitely cheerleading advisor.
There's a great camera work. That's who we were talking about. She's the lone person in the Colonel Crawford student section.
John Stotts, great shot there. As your dad would say, that's a plus, son. Definitely a plus indeed. They go through and introduce everybody in creation. And now they'll start with the starting lineups. Of course, the winner, like we said, back here on Saturday, 7 o'clock, scheduled tip-off from here at the Stroh Center. The winner plays Evergreen, like we said, we mentioned earlier. They knock off Johnstown Monroe 64-54.
And there's something so cool, Aaron, about regional basketball championships because, the sectional in the district, you're familiar with your foes. You've seen them. You've possibly played them before. You're in the regional tournament now. These are teams that you don't get to see very much. These are teams that you've maybe never played before. And you got to really coach well. You got to really play well, and you got to have a little luck on your side.
Well, I know we got this game streaming live on Facebook, and we'll soon have it on WOSN.TV/live. Lima's senior playing right now at Toledo Sart. They just took a 2-point lead, 47-45 with 21 seconds to play.
Wow. And we are going Facebook Live. I bet we get friend requests tonight, Aaron. Facebook Live.
I don't know. Do you accept every friend request you get?
Not many.
I'll tell you, some I do.
Yes.
It depends on how many mutual friends I have.
Yeah, I will accept everyone. Basketball friends, everybody's my friend. I'm everybody's friend.
We're also on Twitter at WOSN Scores as well. You're on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I think the whole world's on Twitter following us.
Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, I'm doing it. I'm staying relevant. I'm staying hip with the younger crowd.
You're on TikTok?
Yes, I am.
That is a sign of the apocalypse if there ever was one. Good Lord. I can't. I'm done. Danny, you may have made me speechless.
I'm a multifaceted individual.
As we get an opportunity here, let's thank some of our sponsors for tonight's game. Our scoreboard's brought to you by Structure Outdoor Ohio, as well as our community sponsor for the OG Titans, Powerhouse Electric Supply. Time after time, Powerhouse relies on their value and experience for electrical performance. And Layfeld Welding and Industrial Supplies is as well, so we appreciate them. Plus Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Leipzig. For all your concrete needs, call Dale's. Jeff Klaus in the center circle, toss and tap, controlled by the Titans. We are underway. They'll work right to left here in the first period of action. Ethan Alt will dribble with the basketball, finds Westrick. Skip pass at the left point to Parker Shoemaker. Now Owen Nichols will dribble. Owen had 21 in the championship game in the district against Wayne Trace in a 69-44 victory. Now to Brennan Blevins, 3 on the way from Nichols, bang!
Wow, Owen Nichols steps out for a 6'7" big man, knocking that 3 down like he's done it all year.
3-0, here comes the trap by the Titans. And they are able to get away. Here is Reese Walker with the layup. Reese Walker's first 2, tied early on in this one. Here's the Titans with it, Shoemaker, the 5'6" senior out top. Down to Nichols, back out Shoemaker. NCAA 3 is good.
Yeah, that's a great shot. They really moved the ball around that defense really well. Crisp passing, and they're finding open lanes, getting open shots. This is a good sign for Ottawa-Glandorf to start the game out like this.
Deflected out of bounds. It will be with Colonel Crawford, the basketball, as we take a look at the replay for Dale's Concrete Decorative Supply. That rainbow triple.
Shades of Drew Joyce in the state tournament years ago.
You're talking Young Buck when he was 75 pounds.
Right.
So
That's right, yeah, exactly.
There's a steal. First turnover of the night by Colonel Crawford.
Yeah, I know we're early, but you're seeing the athleticism right now of Ottawa-Glandorf. They're getting that pressure, and they're moving that ball around and just getting every opportunity right now.
Ethan Alt tries to save it. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Titans as it was latch touched on the sideline by Colonel Crawford's Jordan Fenner. Shoemaker on the inbounds, receives it.
Westrick and Nickel are an imposing duo out there at 6'7", 6'8". They are just very, very big kids.
High screen set out at the left perimeter for Alt. They kick it out. Shoemaker, rainbow triple, no. Rebound on the deck. Pulled into the hands of Nickel. His sky hook, no. Rebound Westrick, and he misses there. But the steal, taking it back is Shoemaker. Nice look, Westrick, no foul call. Offensive rebound, Nichols, got it to go.
Third and fourth chance points. Colonel Crawford's got to address that real quick because that could be a problem all night for the Eagles.
Titans had 23 offensive rebounds in the district finals.
Yes, they did, you're right.
We'll get a look at the replay.
Yeah, that's just board work. That's just getting after. That's wanting it more than your opponent. Dave Sheldon's got the tie around him, or the towel over there, just like Jerry Tarkanian.
Here comes Colonel Crawford into the front court. Swinging around into the hands of Chase Walker. Walker gets it back, goes underneath, had it blocked, gets it back the second time, missed, and we're going to get a jump ball possession arrow with Colonel Crawford. Don't be confused, that is not Post Malone out on the floor.
No, Chase Walker had a nice move. He just didn't get it finished. He got blocked from behind.
There's Mason Studer with the basketball. He dribbles between the circles, comes into the lane, dumps it down underneath to Reese Walker. Had it rejected by Westrick.
And that's the problem Colonel Crawford's going to have to deal with. Once you do, oh, look out.
Nichols, boom, shakalaka.
Yeah, that's the problem you're going to have to deal with.
Timeout, Colonel Crawford. Full timeout, 5:23 to play here, first quarter. As we take a look at the slam dunk by Owen Nichols as we go to break on WOSN. Welcome back to the Supreme Court, to Bowling Green, kind of like the Supreme Court. A 10-2 run for Ottawa-Glandorf as our replay is brought to you by Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Lipsick. For all your concrete needs, call Dale's. Aaron Matthews and Danny Holbrook courtside here at the Stro. We're glad to have you along here tonight as we bring you live high school basketball.
Here's part of the problem. You have to beat this pressure down the court. They're hounding the perimeter so well. And once you get around them, you've got 2 6'7" giants in there that you got to get the ball over top of.
Colonel Crawford with the ball out of the timeout. There's Chase Walker. He'll dump it. Get it over to Reese Walker. Now a drive. Here's Fenner. Had it deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Colonel Crawford.
Ottawa-Glandorf, they're talking on defense a lot. You can see that's a really good sign of a good team when those kids talk to each other and everybody knows where everybody's at on the court. You can tell they're very well coached.
Championship pedigree, my friend.
Yeah, they do it right.
Basketball in the hands of Gavin Fickner. He'll get rid of it over to Mason Studer. Studer lost it. Now clears it with Walker. Gets it to Jordan Fenner now.
Colonel Crawford's just having all kinds of trouble. They're looking for a passing lane or a dribbling lane, and they just can't find it.
Drive blocked from behind by Alt, out of bounds. To the delight of the 16 students of the Titan Nation.
Yeah, and Ben Westrick says, don't worry, boys, I got your back. If they get around you, they're not going to get to the rim.
Westrick takes a seat. Aaron Riemann comes in for the first time. Aaron's a 6'3" senior who averages 4.3 a game and a steal. Ahead with it is Blevins. Brennan to the 10 for 2.
Brennan Blevins is the engine that makes this thing run. He gets after it, doesn't he?
Sure does. Jared Beach is in the game as well now for OG. Got to get it across the timeline. Colonel Crawford able to do so. Working high on the left, now come back middle. Now a kick out Fickner for 3. Front rim, no. Rebound by Beach. Jared Beach across timeline. Had it poked away by Walker.
You're seeing Ottawa-Glandorf really, and we talked about this in pregame. We said that Colonel Crawford had to slow down that transition offense, and boy, they're getting one look at the rim, Ottawa-Glandorf's getting the ball, and their transition offense is just right down the alley.
12-2, Ottawa-Glandorf with the lead and the basketball as we hit the 3:50 mark here in the first. There's Blevins, open triple, bang.
Everything's falling for OG right now. This is a clinic, I say.
15-2, lead at 13. Ball in the hands of Colonel Crawford as Jordan Fenner gets it across the timeline, works between the circles, now high on the right, into the hands of Carter Valentine. Yep, that is Valentine. Now Fenner, tied up, gets rid of it into the hands of Studer. Out top, 3 in front of the Titan bench, and a foul going to be called on OG. Jared Beach will pick up his first, but 3 free throws are coming for Carter Valentine. 6'3" sophomore, averaging 6 points a game.
Yeah, Colonel Crawford, that's their best offensive set yet, and they didn't really get anything there. They're just going to get a chance at 3, and you watch here, and he just goes out, and he kind of stumbles into him. He kind of came into the to the defender, but they called the foul, and now you get 3 shots.
First free throw good for Carter Valentine. Valentine right at 50% on the season.
He's a good-looking athlete, 6'3", lanky, has a nice shot.
Second one good. Substitution, Ben Westrick, Ethan Alt back in.
6'7"
Owen Nichols and
6'7".
Parker Shoemaker out. Third free throw does not go. Rebound by Chase Walker. Walker in the lane, able to kick it out. Valentine, 4-footer, no. Rebound pulled in by Ottawa-Glandorf as Jared Beach grabs it. He'll fly down the floor for OG. Ethan Alt with it now. Out at the BG logo.
Jared Beach and Brennan Blevins do a terrific job of getting that ball and getting out of that pack and getting that transition offense started.
Titans dump it down low to Westrick. Pass gets taken away. First turnover by the Titans of the night. It comes at the 2:45 mark here in the first. Here's a drive to Fenner. Dumps it out to Walker. Reese Walker draws a foul on Aaron Riemann. Riemann's first of the night, and 2 free throws coming for Walker.
This is one thing about Ottawa-Glandorf. They're going to contest everything at the rim. You see here, everybody on the backside is playing help defense, and they contest everything at the rim. They've got enough kids that they're not worried about foul trouble. They're just going to keep bringing them in, and you really got to play smart basketball against them.
Walker gets it to bounce around the rim and drop for his first free throw of the night. Reese Walker, a 6'6" senior, averages 4.3 a game. Second free throw coming. And he'll hit that. Makes it 15-6, a lead at 9. Largest lead early on was 13, 15-2.
Gavin Finkner got a little rest there, and you hope that he can get started for Colonel Crawford. He's their leading scorer, and they've got to get him the ball and let him go to work a little bit. He's been a little tentative so far tonight.
There's Parker Shoemaker. He'll dribble with the basketball, gets rid of it to Ethan Alt, drives to the rim, attacks and scores.
What a great play. Did you see how they set that up? They bring it to the middle of the floor, and they do a wraparound, and he goes straight to the 10.
17-6, takeaway by the Titans. And Shoemaker comes up with another strip, his second already. Parker Shoemaker out top to Alt. Bounce pass down low to Riemann. Riemann bodying up, goes to the rim, can't get it. Saved and out of bounds off of Ottawa-Glandorf. It'll be Colonel Crawford ball.
What a terrific job by Riemann to get in position there to even get a shot here. Watch this drive. Wow, that's athleticism right there, Aaron. That's going over top of kids. We're going to see more than one dunk tonight. You know that.
We'll see. You said that a couple weeks ago.
I did. Yeah, Nostradamus, I'm not.
No. That's the reason you're the 37th best broadcaster.
37th, I was going to say the 37th, yeah. I'm going up, though.
Here's a drive and a block. Ethan Alt, emphatic.
He says, listen, Westrick and Nichols, I know you guys are the shot blockers on this team, but I want to come to the party.
Alt 6'6" and a senior, and he sends that one into the second row. More substitutions here. Hayden Dean into the game for the first time for Ottawa-Glandorf. Dean's a 6'4" senior. And Reese Walker back into the contest for Colonel Crawford. Walker receives the inbounds, gives it to Jordan Fenner. Fenner, left to right, high glasser, scoop goes.
Yeah, he had to make a great shot to get that ball to go in. He put it high off the backboard. He was really hounded out on the perimeter.
Here's Alt, now Shoemaker. Working around the perimeter to Hayden Dean. Now Nichols sizes him up mid-post, left baseline. Spin move, goes to the rack. Yes, sir!
I love how Owen Nichols squared him up and just took him right to the rim, got him to face up and went right at him. That's textbook basketball.
Makes it 19-8, an 11-point lead as we look at the N1 replay for Dales Concrete. And the free throw good. Makes it a 12-point game at 20-8 Titans. We get a whistle and a timeout taken by Colonel Crawford. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll use it as well. 20-8 Titans on WOSN. Lima senior win. We're back here at Bowling Green, and tonight's OG community sponsor, Powerhouse Electric Supply. Time after time, people rely on Powerhouse's value and experience for electrical performance. Aaron Matthews, Danny Holbrook. It's all Titans through the first 6:40. There's the jumper, no good. Rebound by Parker Shoemaker. Here's Alt. Quickly down in the front court. Nichols, three. No good there. And the rebound by Colonel Crawford as Gavin Fickner brings it down the floor. Gets rid of it to Fenner. He'll drive and a foul call. And 2 free throws coming for Fenner.
You watch what Ottawa-Glandorf does on that secondary break. They get everybody running the floor, and they get their bigs and everybody to spread the floor. And once they spread the floor, you're in real trouble because their athleticism takes over. And that's a really good job by Colonel Crawford there to force the action to the rim. When you're not shooting the ball well, you're not scoring, get to the free throw line.
Fenner averages 16 a game. One of the better foul shooters for Colonel Crawford, 82%. He missed the first.
As I say that, he misses the first. It's the kiss of death. Happens every time.
Congratulations, Lima Senior. They defeat Toledo Start 50-48 at Savage Arena.
Spartans on to the regional finals.
And a game that will be on WOSN this weekend. Guess who has to go to Toledo now Saturday afternoon? Oh, darn.
Oh, darn, yeah.
Free throw on its way. Free throw is good for Fenner. He splits the pair. 20-9, the lead 11 as we hit the 58-second mark. By the way, the foul was on Parker Shoemaker, his first, team's third. Here's Alt, now to Nichols. Working around the perimeter and come high on the left, near side, directly in front of us is Owen Nichols.
They're going to force Colonel Crawford to come out and play him straight up, hold the ball. There's no sense in rushing. Got the lead, they've got the momentum, and they got the ball, sir. So we're going to make sure we get the last shot.
Titans down to 20 seconds.
Coach Shelton just said something to Coach McLaughlin on the sidelines over there. I don't know what that was about, but they both kind of chuckled a little bit.
Here's Holt. Ethan drive, left corner. Nichols thought about the three. Kicks it out to Shoemaker. Shoemaker at the horn, no good. 20-9 our score as OG has the lead after one. WTLW and WOSN. Back here at Stroh Center, and a turnover by Ottawa-Glandorf, just their second of the first half. As Colonel Crawford comes out with the basketball, Mason Studer with it.
Parker Shoemaker is just really hounding that ball out top. He's a really good on-ball defender, understands what his purpose is out there, and does it really effectively.
Studer calls for help, gets Jordan Fenner to come out and meet him. 30 seconds gone by. And they get it over to Chase Walker. Now Fickner on the drive, kicks it out right corner. Out to Fenner, dumps it down Walker. Walker in the lane over Westrick, got the shot partially altered. Ball ends up loose and Alt ends up with the rebound.
Fickner and Walker have got to be more aggressive on the block. They can't hold that ball and try to do some of that stuff. They've got to go up strong and either get fouled or make the bucket.
Here's Shoemaker, Parker with it at the left point. He's cut off there. Finds Ben Westrick, mid-post, left side. Now back out to Shoemaker, but to Alt now. Ethan cut off as he drives near the baseline. Titans look to reverse the basketball. Here's Brennan Blevins. Blevins will drive over to Alt, open left wing three. That one short. Rebound by Colonel Crawford. It ends up in the hands of Jordan Fenner. Now Fenner with it, back down at the other end. Fenner on the drive, cut off at the right elbow by Shoemaker. Fenner works high on the left. Now pulls up, foul line jumper is good.
Nice job by Fenner, just taking what the defense gave him. It was a 10-foot jumper, he knocked it down. They need more of that.
Blevins, other end, three try, no. Rebound off the hands of Nichols and in the hands of Fenner for Colonel Crawford.
They found a little momentum here. They got to stop on defense. They knocked the jumper down. Now take your time and get a good shot. Close that gap.
Fenner, little jab step, drives right baseline. A whistle and a foul along the baseline. Wipe off the three. Foul will go on Brennan Blevins for Ottawa-Glandorf, his first.
Yeah, there you see,
you see it.
Yeah, extend that hip out there. They're going to call that every time. Got to move your feet. I say it all the time, Aaron. You got to move your feet.
Eagles looking to inbound, left of their basket. They get it into Walker. Chase Walker will hand it off to Mason Studer. Studer comes out between the circles. Now dribbling with it is Fenner. Fenner, left elbow, no. Rebound by Westrick of Ottawa-Glandorf. They outlet ahead, here's Alt. Ethan Alt dribbles left wing to Beach. Now a three that's short by Shoemaker. Rebound volleyballed around, and Beach nearly had a stick back, but he missed. And relentless pressure by OG results in a deflection out of bounds. It stops the clock and allows OG to set pressure.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how they are so aware of the situation. They give up a loose ball and they get right into maximum pressure. They're just so fundamentally sound.
5:15 to play here in the second. 20-11. Titans have been scoreless now for over 3 minutes. Here's Fickner, left baseline jumper, good.
Nice shot by Fickner, getting that short corner and nailing the jumper.
Gavin Fickner's first two of the evening.
Got to get him on track. Got to get him on track.
7-point game, 20-13. Colonel Crawford fans across from us on their feet cheering. And we'll get a whistle. Foul going to be signaled by Jeff Klaus there.
Ethan Alt and Chase Walker exchanging phone numbers underneath the baseline there, getting to know each other.
He wants post new album,
Yes,
dude.
he does. Running in circles.
Here's Shoemaker in the lane. Floater, no. Stick back rebound by Westrick is good.
On the backside, Ben Westrick cleaning up the dishes.
Timeout. Taken. We'll take the timeout as well. Titans lead by 9 off the timeout on WOSN. Back here at Stroh Center, Colonel Crawford with the basketball, trailing by 9. 22-13, we get a whistle, offensive foul. Going to be called on Colonel Crawford, turnover by the Eagles, their 5th of the night, Danny.
Yeah, and that's just a great job by Ethan Alton, getting position there, holding his ground, taking the charge, and you knew that was going to be called. You can't make any other call but that's called.
Gavin Fickner, the guilty party, picks up his 2nd.
And I know Coach Dave Sheldon wants Gavin Fickner to get on track. You're talking about a kid that averages 16, 17 a game, and he's at 2 right now, and he's on the bench right now with his 2nd foul, and that's a big loss for Colonel Crawford.
22-13 your score as OG has the lead. There's Alt, finds Nichols, had it poked away. Poked away again and into the bench.
I just love the way you can take Westrick and you can take Nichols or Ethan Alton. You can play them on the perimeter, and it doesn't slow their game down at all because they all 3 have the ability to put the ball on the floor and get to the 10.
Shoemaker to Beach. Jared Beach swings it left wing, Nichols. Owen down low. Ethan Alt into a double team. He draws the foul. Trying to pass out of the double team. It'll be Titan basketball underneath their basket.
When you put Nichols and Alt on the same side of the floor like they did there, boy, you talk about a matchup nightmare. You can't. He can see over the defense. He can't stop the ball from coming in, so the ball pressure has gone away, and then you get the ball to the post, and boy, it's just lights out.
Halfway through the second, 22-13 in favor of the Titans. Nichols working left block, double team, half hook, goes.
Nice job. He really worked hard for that ball. He kicked it back out, got repositioned, and then knocks down the deuce.
Owen Nichols now with 12 points, makes it 24-13, lead at 11. Titans going 2-2-1, 3-quarter court pressure. And along the sideline, stepping out of bounds, Colonel Crawford as Carter Valentine turns it over for the 6th time.
Yeah, that 2-2-1, 3-quarter pressure, it works. That's why they're doing it. They're getting him on the side. They're getting in the middle. They're trapping on the short corner. They're fun to watch.
An 11-point advantage for the Titans. Beach down low to Shoemaker. Shoemaker into the post to Ethan Alt. Back out. Shoemaker, rainbow 3, no. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Mason Studer, and he clears it for Colonel Crawford. Studer outside left wing. Into the hands of Walker. Reese Walker with the miss. Rebound Ethan Alt. Here come the Titans on offense. Jared Beach with the outlet to Shoemaker. Shoemaker entries down on the left block. Nichols to Riemann at the foul line. Now they reestablish post. Ball knocked away. Titans retain it. And OG's going to back things out. Marcus Shoemaker going to bring it out directly near us. Now Ethan Alt. Skip pass. Owen Nichols thought about a triple. Gets rid of it. Beach. Out to Shoemaker. Now to Alt. Alt to Nichols into the lane. Over 3 defenders. No, but he's fouled.
They are so good at just making something good happen on their offensive half-court sets, whether it's getting to the foul line, whether it's getting an easy shot, whether it's getting the right pass. They are so fundamentally sound and they're so athletic, and they just do the right things every possession.
Owen Nichols to the free throw line. He's a 64% free throw shooter. He misses the first. Hayden Dean back in for Ethan Alt. Ben Westrick sitting at the table. I would assume he is awaiting Nichols hitting his 2nd free throw.
Owen Nichols is 6'7" junior. Yes, I said junior. He has another year.
Free throw on the way is good. So Nichols hits the 2nd one. He now has 13 points. And here's Westrick up top as they go man-to-man full court. Get it across to Studer. He'll drive. Studer draws contact, is fouled. And it looked like Jared Beach is who got him. And it is on Beach. That's his 2nd.
Ottawa-Glandorf has Colonel Crawford rushing everything. That's what that press does. They just get up in your face and you just feel like everything's speeding up and going 100 mile an hour. And in reality it is, because you can't figure that out real quick like they haven't, you know.
Team foul number 5 on the Titans. And the free throw by Studer is no good. Front rim. Another substitution for the Titans. They're going to go big as they bring Ethan Alt in, replacing Jared Beach.
Get a good shot right behind the OG bench. The Evergreen Vikings team is sitting there doing a little scouting. Better get your pads and pencil out and take some really good notes, fellas.
The lead now 11, 25-14 in favor of Ottawa-Glandorf as the free throw split by Studer. Here's Riemann down to the left post. Through two defenders, kicks it out, and he threw it away. And the ball gets poked away then by Ethan Alt. It'll go out of bounds. It stays with Colonel Crawford. Nice job from behind by Ethan Alt.
Terrific job by Ethan Alt, the 6'5" junior, getting it on. They're just running the floor really well. Gets back and makes the defensive stop.
25-14 your score with 1:57 to play in the first half. Here's Studer. Kick it out into the hands of Carter Valentine. Now work at the right point to Fenner. Walker with it, now left wing into the hands of Valentine. And 1:35 to play here in the second quarter. Now Studer to Walker, Chase Walker on the dribble drive. Bounce pass into the short corner left side. Fenner with it, trying to jab step, trying to work baseline. Has to reverse course, go to the right hand, pulls up from 12. No good, rebound emphatic by Westrick.
Just can't get anything clean. Everything's closing down, and OG's defensive pressure is just, right now, is consuming Colonel Crawford.
It's an 11-point lead with 1 minute to play in the first half. Titans with it, work it around left to right. Parker Shoemaker will dribble right to left. Now to Hayden Dean. Back to Shoemaker with 43. Now Dean. Back to Shoemaker. Now Alt high on the left. As they continue to run through the offense.
They keep that ball high and they swing those arms through that zone, and they make sure that that defender stays within a reach away from him. That's the stuff you got to practice. That's just not stuff you can do. That's stuff that you are taught in practice, and they do it really well.
Here's OG with 10. Down to 5. Alt, Westrick with 2. Dean, 3 on the way is short. As we go to halftime, your score at halftime on the Structure Outdoor Ohio scoreboard. OG 25, Colonel Crawford 14 on WOSN. Halftime here at the Stroh Center, 25-14 Ottawa-Glandorf with the advantage of 11 points here before a paltry crowd here tonight, Danny Holbrook.
A poultry crowd.
Yeah.
That's a good word to use.
I'd say about 316, 350, somewhere in there.
Just over 300 maybe, but not what these kids are used to. But a great first half anyways for Ottawa-Glandorf, and you know, their defensive intensity is just the difference in the game right now. They're really getting after it, and on the offensive end, they're just hitting the boards really hard, getting second and third chances. That's
per the norm, and we'll run down stats here momentarily coming up here as they pass those out here at Stroh. Of course, tomorrow here at Stroh Center, it'll be Shawnee taking on Upper Sandusky, a game we're going to carry live here on WOSN.
The only team to beat the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans, the Shawnee Indians. And what a season they've had. WBL champs and playing in the regionals, and just a fantastic squad there in Shawnee.
Enjoy the watch party at Lapham Gymnasium as well tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, the watch party at Lapham Gymnasium. Was there any
really
watch
cool.
parties for us tonight, I wonder?
Oh, I'm sure there is. Let's take a look at stats. We'll start out with OG, led by Owen Nichols with 13 points. Also 5 for Brennan Blevins, 3 Parker Shoemaker, Ethan Alt, and Ben Westrick, each with 2 points apiece. For Colonel Crawford, 5 points for Jordan Fenner, 4 for Reese Walker, 2 for Gavin Fickner, and 2 for Carter Valentine. And then 1 for Mason Studer in the first half of play. From the foul line, Colonel Crawford 6 of 9, Ottawa-Glandorf 2 of 3 in the first half. Colonel Crawford actually holds a rebounding edge of 1 at 12-11 through the first 16 minutes. Turnovers 3 for OG and 6 for Colonel Crawford through the first 16 minutes of action here at the Stroh, Danny. But your thoughts on the first half? And OG got out 20-9, and then it seemed like they got a little bit complacent there.
They did. They got a little complacent. When you get a lead like that sometimes happens. But what I see out right now out of Colonel Crawford is, I said this earlier, they're getting so much ball pressure, and once they get around those on-ball defenders, then they got to go to the middle of the floor, and you're running into 6'8", 6'7", 6'6", and it's really discouraging for the kids, and they're just trying to hit shots that they're normally not taking. They're fading away. They're going away from the basket. They've just got to settle down. They've got to run their offense. They've got to get clean, open looks, and most importantly, they've got to knock down the shots.
And 25-14, your score here, as we are at halftime in favor of Ottawa-Glandorf as they lead here at the half over Colonel Crawford. Take a timeout. We'll come back with more, including our thoughts on the second half. Second half adjustments. Danny, time to think.
I'm thinking right now, Aaron. I got you covered.
Good boy. 25-14, your score. Titans by 11 on WOSN and WTLW. back at Stroh Center, 25-14. Ottawa-Glandorf with the 11-point advantage here at halftime. Danny Holbrook joining us now. Danny, second half adjustments.
Well, yeah, if you're Colonel Crawford, you've really got to figure out how to break that pressure. You got to get the ball in the middle of the floor, and you got to stay off the sides. They're trapping on the sides, and you got to move the ball. Once you get that ball in the middle of the floor, you got to move. And when you get it across half court, because you're going to be in a hurry, settle yourself down. Get in your half court sets. Run some screens. Get your ball players open to make shots. They know what to do. It's just, listen, regionals bring out, kids get nervous, things happen, you play better teams, so make those adjustments.
Talk about the Titans.
For the Titans, I'm going right to the block. Get Ben Westrick, Owen Nichols the ball. Everything you're doing right now is working. Once you've established the middle of the floor, then you can kick it out and watch them guards go to work and knock down some easy threes.
25-14, halftime score. We'll take a timeout. Second half next on WOSN. Back at the Stroh Center, our replays tonight brought to you by Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping, located in Lipsick. For all of your concrete needs, call Dale's. Our premier community sponsor for OG. It's Powerhouse Electric Supply. Time after time, people have relied on Powerhouse's value and experience for electrical performance. Aaron Matthews alongside Danny Holbrook. We're glad to have you here tonight as we broadcast live from the Stroh Center. OG with an 11-point lead as we get ready for the second half.
That Dale's Concrete is a hard advertisement to talk about. Get it? See what I did there? Dale's Concrete, hard.
Your cheese level knows no bounds.
Well, the Powerhouse commercial, that's shocking.
They take care of business. We appreciate our sponsors.
We do. We have great sponsors.
Being a part of tonight's contest here on WOSN as Ottawa-Glandorf will play defense here. Colonel Crawford with the rock to start the second half. Three off the left point on its way is no good. A miss by Fickner. Rebound Titans. Shoemaker quickly into the front court. Here's Blevins. The runner is no good. Westrick stick back try, no good. Rebound by the Eagles.
They're going to keep applying that pressure. Not going to change a thing from the first half. They know defensively what they need to do. Colonel Crawford just needs to settle down. Last possession, they got a real good look. They had an open three. They just missed it.
Got a whistle and a foul going on OG. Be their first foul of the half. And that foul will be Parker Shoemaker, his second.
Imagine you're going to see Colonel Crawford do a lot more screening right now, maybe screening the ball a little more, trying to get their guys some open looks, trying to get avenues to the bucket. It's just really hard against this defensive pressure of Ottawa-Glandorf.
Reese Walker gets rid of it to Jordan Fenner. Fenner near the right point, dribbles along the right baseline. He's cut off along baseline, finds Chase Walker. Walker over to Fickner. Three in the air, no.
You're just not going to have, well, there's a steal there.
The ball gets deflected off of Ottawa-Glandorf. And Westrick has a look of frustration, like, why did that just happen to me?
You're just not going to have a lot of success if you're Colonel Crawford when you're shooting a three fading away. When you're fading away because the defensive pressure is in your face and they're so long and lean and they're just blocking everything.
25-14, opening minute. Here's Reese Walker. Walker over to Mason Studer, top side left. Dribbles with the basketball, does Studer. Now they kick it out and they shuffle the feet. Says Jeff Klaus, turnover 7 for Colonel Crawford.
What they did there, they got the ball to the middle of the floor, and the defender fell back to help out in the middle. They got the open shot. You got to shoot that shot. You're down, and nobody's coming out to defend that, and he traveled with the ball.
OG with an 11-point lead, 90 seconds gone by. Neither team scored so far. Here in the third. Here's Nichols working left elbow, high post. Nichols works it out, reverses course to Westrick. Westrick underneath, buckets.
Wow. You go Owen Nichols on one side of the court, he kicks it out to your guard, and they go right back into the 6'7" post player, Ben Westrick. Wow, what a combination.
Largest lead of the night for OG is 13. That's where they're at for the second time on the night. 27-14 on the Structure Outdoor Ohio scoreboard. Eagles with the basketball. They work with it. Into the hands of Reese Walker. Underneath to Fenner. Fenner works his way down low, lost the handle. Dumps it underneath. Chase Walker draws a foul. Foul will go on Owen Nichols of Ottawa-Glandorf. And for Nichols, that'll be his first.
Parker Shoemaker is absolutely playing as good of on-ball defense as I've seen in a long time. He is just smothering his man. And he's got a defensive intensity right now. Look at his face. He's just really into this game. You love to see that out of your kids at this level.
Free throw by Chase Walker's no good.
Chase Walker has struggled tonight, not just from the line, but from the floor. And he's a big wide-body kid. He's got to get the ball down on the block and take it up and be strong with it. And he's left-handed, which is really difficult to guard a left-handed post player.
Hits the free throw, the second one, his first point of the night. Token pressure applied by Colonel Crawford. They go 1-2-1-1, three-quarter court. Ethan Alt gets it across, cross-court pass now. Westrick quickly to Shoemaker, now to Blevins. Blevins on the drive, hangs and hits.
I love how that little stutter step, he fakes the shot, stutter steps, gets to the rim, and they don't come up there, he just goes all the way to the rim.
29-15, 14-point advantage for the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans. 3 minutes gone by here in the third. Walker able to hand it off, gets it to Reese Walker. And now gets stripped away by Shoemaker. We'll get a whistle and a push.
Parker Shoemaker wants to win a regional game, and he's playing really hard. Watch this defensive intensity, keeping the ball away from his defender and then going on the floor 100 mile an hour. What a great play by a great player.
Well, last year he got shut out of that opportunity thanks to Coldwater, who knocked off the Titans in the district finals.
Well, he's looking every bit the part of a regional winner right now. He's really playing well.
Will Kaufman into the game for the first time for the Titans, 6'1" junior. Here's Blevins, three, count it.
Get him on track, boy. This is
timeout. Colonel Crawford, full timeout. 17-point lead, largest of the night, 32-15. WTLW and WOSN. Back at Stroh Center here on WOSN. Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by Structure Outdoor Ohio. The motorized pergola that works for you. Sun when you want it and shade when you need it, as well as watertight. See Structure Outdoor Ohio. And our OG sponsor is Powerhouse Electric Supplies. Time after time, people rely on Powerhouse for value and experience for their electrical performance. The miss by Colonel Crawford off the timeout. They were able to slip past OG on defense. Titans down low, trying to make them pay for it. Kaufman will kick it out to Shoemaker. Parker Shoemaker's going to clear things out and say, boys, let's run some clock.
Yeah, that's a really good idea from Parker Shoemaker. Just reset the offense and take what they give you.
Here's a three. Blevins pulls that one up.
That's two of the last 2 possessions. Brennan Blevins is getting hot.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. 35-15. The lead now 20. And we'll get a whistle. And a charge going to be called.
Wow, I thought one official called a block.
Or they call the and-one. He's calling and-one.
Oh, wow. I thought he called the charge.
See the 3 replay there.
Take a look here, Aaron, at the replay. I want to see the official, what he does here.
I saw it. The feet were not set.
Yeah, but the official, he called the charge. Until you see him make the call and charge.
Well, the bucket's good for Reese Walker.
I think he just got a little confused there. Was trying to call block, but he signaled a charge.
Free throw, no good. Rebound by Brendan Blevins. 35-17, the lead of 18 for Ottawa-Glandorf. 18-point advantage. Titans with the basketball here, Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives, uncontested, layup is missed. Rebound in the hands of Colonel Crawford. Gets poked away, but saved to a Walker. Chase Walker with it. Works it to Gavin Fickner. And Ethan Alt stepped on the sideline as he stole the pass away.
Right now, Colonel Crawford needs one of their leading ball players to step up and say, get me the ball. They need a leader right now out there on the floor. And you got a lot of them out there just getting rid of the ball, and they're really intimidated by the OG defense. And you got to be strong and call for the ball.
Basketball in the hands of Colonel Crawford. They trail 35-17 as we approach 3:18 to play here in this third quarter. Fenner, foul line, good.
Nice job.
Nice jumper.
Yeah, nice jumper. Getting a good look and knocking it down and calming the storm a little bit.
Titans with the lead now of 16, 35-19. Shoemaker high on the left. Now moves top side to Brennan Blevins. Blevins works it around. Here's Nichols. Actually, that's Alt. Down low. Nice job, Kaufman. Shades of his brother Jay Kaufman back in the day for the Dudes.
Here comes that Titan pressure. Amp it up just a little bit. Seems like you get a little more excited after a made
There's
basket. Yep.
Shoemaker to the rack. Count it.
Did you see what he did there? He switched hands, Aaron, and laid it in left-handed on the right side. A little dipsy-do.
39-19 now. Titans matching their largest lead of the night. Now another steal. Ball on the deck. We're going to get a whistle. It'll be a foul call.
They never stop. They just go and go. Look at that. That's a really nice layup on the right side with the left hand. And here's the more Titan pressure here, and they just go and go and go. Gotta love the intensity those kids play with.
Titans make a couple substitutions. Jared Beach and Aaron Riemann back in. As Will Kaufman takes a seat on the bench. So does Brennan Blevins. 39-19, the lead at 20.
Only 2 losses on the year for Colonel Crawford, and both three, I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, 14-2 in the league and 19-3 overall. And
turnover. 3. Beach. Bring it up.
It's raining threes.
42-19.
University.
And another turnover. That's the 11th. Here's Westrick sizing up to the 10 for 2.
I thought he was going to jump over top of him. He had that look in his eye, like, get out of the way. I'm bringing home the jam.
Full timeout. Colonel Crawford will use it as well. Titans lead by 25 on WTLW and WOSN. Back here off of the timeout by Colonel Crawford. It's 44-19.
You see another 3-ball dropping him from the sky. And here Ben Westrick just going straight to the tin. Not going to be denied that bucket.
19-5 run by the Titans. And they're going to go three-quarter court pressure here.
And they got Ben Westrick on the top of that out there. You got to throw over top of him.
And Riemann with the tackle of Jordan Fenner.
1st and 10.
That's a spring game that'll happen, unlike some other ones.
You are correct. Everybody's shutting down everything.
Not a fan. Down to 90 seconds here in this third quarter. Jordan Fenner with the basketball. Underneath, gets rid of it to Mason Studer. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow to OG.
Great backdoor cut, but you saw Ethan Alt just reacted like a jumping jack and just was all over him. And just, what a great play. They're just so disciplined, and they help each other out so well.
Titans with the rock, down to 120 here in the third. Alt working high on the right. They kick it out, Shoemaker. Rainbow, no. Rebound by Colonel Crawford. They lose the basketball, but they're able to save it to Fenner. Fenner over now to Studer. There's Studer underneath. Walker. A nice little two-handed punch.
Yeah, they need more of that out of Mr. Walker. He's got to be aggressive like that. But that was very surprising. He got up real quick.
Must be the shoes.
Must be the shoes.
44-21. Down to 43 seconds to play here. Third quarter from Stroh Center. The winner comes back on Saturday. They'll take on Evergreen. And we'll have it on WOSN. Stay tuned to make sure we have it live as well. Could be on WTLW, might be on WOSN, might be on both.
Lots of options.
At WOSN Scores has all the info you need. Down to 15 seconds to play. Shoemaker dribbles high on the right near side. Now Ethan Alt, timeout by Ottawa-Glandorf. We'll stay here with 10.8 to play. Saw Tyson McLaughlin do this at the districts as they called a timeout at the end of the first quarter with 10 seconds to play. Very similar situation to set up their final play of the quarter, and you see the dunk there by Chase Walker. The junior averages 11 points a game. Had a nice dunk there.
Yeah, it was a real nice dunk. Got up quick. I think what you see here is Coach McLaughlin just wants to make sure his kids are getting in position to get the right shot. Because listen, this is huge momentum going into the fourth quarter, and you could really put some nails in the coffin right here if you hit a shot and just keep that momentum going. Nice district run for Colonel Crawford, knocking off the top seed Willard, and then knocking off Pemberville Eastwood up at Norwalk last week. And OG had no issues with Coldwater, defeated them by 30, defeated Wayne Trace by 25. 69-39, 69-44 were your final scores. And the Titans won in the sectional final, 82-29 over Allen East. Here's Blevins, 3 at the horn. Why not? Why not? Blevins, his third triple of the quarter, 26-point lead, 47-21. Watch him come off that screen, just squares his shoulders up, great elevation on the jump shot, knocks home the 3-ball.
Takes us to break here on WOSN and WTLW. We're back here at Bowling Green. Stroh Center, we're a 47-21 lead for Ottawa-Glandorf after 3 quarters of hoops. Aaron Matthews, Danny Holbrook along with you. See a shot of the coaching staff for Ottawa-Glandorf. Tyson McLaughlin, his dad Kevin, taking a seat right next to him. The rest of the staff as well. They do as good of a job as preparation with their ball club as anybody in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, there's a lot of wins on that bench. I'm telling you, a lot of experience and a lot of good coaching.
Opening seconds rather, of the fourth. And a 22-7 run in the third for OG. The three missed by Fickner. Ahead with it, the Titans. Ottawa-Glandorf to Owen Nichols. Nichols on the deck, had it rejected.
Nice job by Fickner to get there to block that shot.
Drive along the right baseline. They dump it to Chase Walker. Walker blocked by Westrick. Saved by Alt. What a play. Westrick with it. 1-on-3. Goes to the rim. Westrick, no. Got his own rebound. And Westrick draws the contact and 2 free throws forthcoming after Chase Walker commits the foul.
Yeah, if we get that replay of that whole sequence right there, you're going to see Ben Westrick bring the ball down the floor and watch him use his offhand to keep the defender off of him. It was a little before that, but he uses his offhand to keep the defender off of him. Misses the shot, gets the rebound, and look what we got here.
First free throw no good for Westrick. Bennett 60% on the season. Another substitution for the Colonel Crawford Eagles as Carter Valentine comes in. Second one good. Westrick will split the pair. 48-21. The lead is 27. That's the largest margin of the night. There's Mason Studer with it. Picked up by Blevins and taken away by Shoemaker. 2-on-1. Blevins to the 10 for 2.
What a great pass by Shoemaker. No look to the left side of the court. Brennan Blevins lays it in. They're a really good combination on the perimeter for the OG Titans.
Blevins with 18, trying to make a play for our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner coming up after the game. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound, Ethan Alt. Alt, long outlet ahead. Blevins, bullseye.
Wow, it's the Blevins night.
Another timeout, 30 seconds. Colonel Crawford. Take a look at the replay. The bullet pass caught in stride for the deuce.
He just runs the floor so well, just like all the OG Titans.
Well, if you haven't had an opportunity, make sure you hit up WTLW.com. You might be watching the game through the website tonight. We are looking to paint our 650-foot tower, and every $100 donation paints 1 linear foot of the tower. You can donate securely, WTLW.com. And like I said, secure and safe online. Help us paint the tower. And our endless auction going on year-round as well, Danny. Rumor is color commentators can be purchased on there too.
Whoa!
They can do chores around people's houses.
Oh, wow.
They might make cookies.
I do think.
They might even get to dress themselves too.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'll tell Mrs. Holbrook you said that.
Jamie Beringer and Mackenzie Nelson, our tournament directors here at Bowling Green. We appreciate their hard work. It's a 5-day marathon for them. 2 games Friday, 2 games Tuesday, 2 games Wednesday, 2 Thursday, 1 Friday, 1 Saturday, or 2 Saturday. There's a steal. Oh, rim, 1.
My friend, when it rains, it pours, and brother, it's pouring. Watch how he runs the court and goes up strong, two-handed. Keep that ball secured. Make sure you knock it in and get fouled.
54-21 as Westrick and Nichols both take a seat. I got a feeling we're not going to see them.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, you're looking at a team that's sitting their starters and getting them ready for a regional final. Boy, they're going to be a tough out, Aaron. They are so talented.
Ethan Alt connects on the free throw. Alt makes his way down the line. He's got 5 points. I'd say he's done. I would say Westrick is done with 5. Actually 7.
I would imagine you're going to see OG run some deliberate offensive sets, get the clock running a little bit more, but still get these guys some good looks, get them some time in there, score a time or 2. And that defense ain't changing, I can promise you that. No matter who's on the floor for OG, that defensive intensity is still there.
Benner with it, out top, Fickner. Gavin Fickner for 3, it's good. First point since the second period for him.
Gavin Fickner's had a rough night, 6'5" senior, averages 16 a game, well off his season average.
Lead now at 55-24, 31 points for OG. Still 4 points away from instituting a running clock. Blevins for 3.
Yeah, well, he's helping that out right there, yeah.
Blevins with 23 now in the night. 58-24. 4. The drive missing. 2 free throws forthcoming, says Joe Allen. Foul is on Jared Beach of Ottawa-Glandorf, his 3rd.
Look at Parker Shoemaker, just has this look like I'm not done. I'm playing hard, I'm having fun, I want this to continue.
Carter Valentine hits the first free throw. Brennan Blevins out and Cam Mag into the game.
And Parker Shoemaker goes to the bench and he's got a big smile on his face because he knows he gets to practice again tomorrow and he gets to play in a regional final game.
Hayden Dean come back into the game for the Titans. 58-26, the lead now 32. As Beach across the timeline with 5:13 to go. Dean now to Mag. There's Riemann, lost it, turnover by the Titans, their first of the second half. Here's Fenner, he'll pull up, jumper too short. Rebound by the Titans. Cleared out to Kaufman. Kaufman ahead to Dean. Right corner, Cam Mag thought about a 3. Beach is open, fires triple, missed it.
They haven't missed a lot of them tonight.
Bickner with the rebound, clears it to Fenner. Here's Fenner from 15, that's no good. Mag with the rebound with 4:35 to play. Here's Beach out top between the circles, works it high on the left to Hayden Dean. Dean will dribble, finds Mag, now Beach. Beach in the lane, runner, no. Seemed to be losing his balance as he put that one on.
Yeah, he found the crease in the defense, but he just kind of lost the ball on the way up.
Here's a 3, that's good by Mason Studer, his first field goal tonight.
Nice job by Mason Studer knocking that shot down. Looks like Colonel Crawford's about to get their kids out for a little applause and recognition of how hard they worked all year.
Nolan McKibben amongst those at the bench, at the table rather.
It's been a great season for Colonel Crawford.
Absolutely.
19-3 over. They only lost 3 games this year, and we talked about that. Their only losses are Lexington and Upper Sandusky, and those are 2 good teams.
Those were in league play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couple substitutions, 4 players coming off.
The smattering of Colonel Crawford fans give them a round of applause, show their appreciation. Some of those kids, it's their last game they'll ever play in high school, and that's a big deal.
Yep.
This is an emotional time when you realize it's all over.
Titans with the basketball. Here's Beach. Down low to Kaufman. Kaufman now to Caleb Kuhlman, who's checked in. Out to Beach for 3, ring it up.
And the beat goes on.
58-29 as Eli Schmenk will go to the table. Looks like Mason McKibben in the game wearing 22. Also Drayton Burkhardt, who's got the basketball.
You know, if you're a role player or a bench player on one of these teams, you get a chance to play in a regional semifinal in Bowling Green State University. It's got to be such a thrill for these kids who would never get to play in a game like this, and I'm happy for them. You know, win or lose, I'm happy for all these kids. They've done a great job all year.
Here's a 3 by Mag. That one's no good. Rebound pulled in by Colonel Crawford. Get it in the hands of Drayton Burkhardt, 5'10 junior. He had it poked away by Kaufman out of bounds. Also into the game, Brock Ritzhop. Ritzhop, a 6'3 junior, averages a 1.5 a game.
Aaron, I know it's early and we haven't got a winner yet, but your thoughts on an Evergreen OG matchup?
It's going to be a lot of fun. Evergreen's going to have to control tempo, though.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a steal. Kuhlman for 2.
They continue to run, they continue to get down the floor, and they do a terrific job on both ends. Nothing's changing. It doesn't matter who's in the uniform or what they're doing. They're running the same stuff.
63-29. Foul line jumper on its way, missed everything. Rebound by Cam Mag.
And they've played great offensively, but they've just been exceptional defensively, and that's what I've been so impressed with tonight with this Titan squad is their defensive intensity, and they just get after it.
Here's a travel on the Titans. It's their second turnover of the second half. Three more Titans coming to the table. Hunter Steckschulte will check in. Trevor Schimler into the game. And Carson Fuqua.
Hunter Steckschulte is a 6'1" freshman.
Yes.
What a thrill it is for him to get in this ball game. Congratulations, young man. You'll talk about this for a long time.
Caleb Kuhlman has checked out with 2 points as his night comes to an end. Here's a 3 on the way that missed everything. Rebound into the hands of Carson Fickner. Fickner in, the 6'1" sophomore. Out top, here's a 3, straight on, no good. Rebound by OG. Here's Steckschulte. Steckschulte ahead, Cam Mag. NCAA 3 rings it up, boom! 66-29. It's a 37-point lead, Danny Holbrook.
Yeah, you know, we knew there was an advantage with OG, but I didn't see this kind of win coming. I felt like they could win the game, but boy, they've just dominated from tip. They really have. They've never been in jeopardy at all.
There was one tie
Yeah.
at 2-2. 3 on the way is good. Nice shot by Drayton Burkhart.
Let it fly, young man. This is your opportunity.
Burkhart, a 5'10" junior, makes it 66-32. And that'll stop the clock with 1:15.
Oh, what a classy move by Tyson McLaughlin. He called a timeout just to get the Colonel Crawford kids in. That's great.
Yep.
That's just fantastic.
Brendan Grady wearing 45 into the game. Derek Horsley wearing 24. And also in for the Eagles, looks like 23, which is Seth Miller. Here's Mag underneath with the miss. Down to a minute to play. 66-32. Here's the big fella. The jumper no good by Grady. The stick back is good by Ethan Smith. 66-34. Now Mag with 40 seconds. Now Steckschulte skips it across. Here's Hayden Dean. Yuka with a touch there, now gets rid of it. Over to Mag with 20. And OG is very content to let this run out.
Good win for the Titans.
66-34. OG back here with a trip to Columbus at stake on Saturday night when they take on the Evergreen Vikings. Stay tuned for our post-game show. It is on the way next here on WOSN and WTLW. We welcome you back here to the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Our score tonight on the Structure Outdoor Ohio scoreboard, 66-34. The Ottawa-Glandorf Titans get the victory and move on to the regional finals at 5-1. Time now for our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award. Stolly Insurance is the host of our All Hustle Award show coming up at the end of the basketball season. Stay tuned for that. They've been serving the area for over 115 years. Brennan Blevins, the junior for the Titans, a 5'11 junior, came into tonight 23 points. He hit 5 triples, helped his ball club get the win. Danny Holbrook.
Yeah, he did an outstanding job. And every time that defense would double down on those bigs, Brennan Blevins would find a crease in that defense and just knock down shots. And that's what you got to do at this level. And he was really efficient tonight.
Sure was. Brennan Blevins, congratulations, our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner here at Bowling Green State University. Night 2 is in the books, and it will be Evergreen and Ottawa-Glandorf, 2 teams that were the #1 seeds in their respective districts. They're going to play with a trip to Columbus on the line, so we'll have it for you on Saturday night on WTLW. And make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter at WOSN Scores, of course, on Twitter, and then on Facebook at WTLW TV 44. We'll have updates on what games we're carrying live and streaming live over the course of the next few days. Danny, bottom line, a little bit of bizarro world here tonight at Stroh Center, but the action, hot and heavy, and was not surprised at all.
Yeah, it didn't disappoint. We had 2 great games, and what a regional final we're in for with Evergreen and Ottawa-Glandorf. And, you know, the crowds are small, but the action is taking place on the court, and that's all that matters, and the kids are playing hard.
OG, Evergreen, Saturday night. We got it for you here at the Stroh. Final score for a final time on the Structure Outdoor Ohio scoreboard. Ottawa-Glandorf 1 step closer to Columbus as they defeat Colonel Crawford tonight by a score of 66-34. For our entire crew, we appreciate their work tonight. And for Danny Holbrook, Aaron Matthews saying good night, everybody.
tradition, the 4th appearance ever in the last 14 years getting to a regional. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This is so hard to get to, even to a district final, and to get to 4 straight in a regional. It's a special, special class. You know, my 2 other seniors, Grady and Miller, they just were around for the ride. And, you know, this is always the toughest year. And to have 3 4-year lettermen, you never have that. I mean, you never. And it's been a heck of a ride with these guys, and they're just great young men, and they've been leaders. They won the most games in school history, and they've kept the bar high for what we expect with Colonel Crawford basketball with our success. You know, getting to 10 straight districts in 14 years and 9 district finals and 4 regionals. These guys have continued tradition. It's going to be hard to say goodbye. A lot of tears after the night for Coach Sheldon because you lose some fabulous sons. You know, it's too bad for our community, you know, this whole situation, but, you know, we got to deal with it. Heck, the NBA, the NCAA on our way up have said there's no fans in NCAA. It's a sad situation going in our world, and it's put the OHSAA in a very tough spot. I feel for Jerry Snodgrass in their office down there with what came down for Governor DeWine. It is what it is, and I feel bad for my kids not to experience the full thing. We would have bought about 800. Putnam County would have brought about 4,000 tonight. You know, I've seen the OG crowds, and it's too bad they didn't get to experience that in all of our community back home. It's so hard to get here, and it is what it is, but we got to deal with it. There's lives and everything going on in this world right now. Gentlemen, thanks again for all you do. Appreciate it.
Good. No, I'm just really proud of our guys, the way they came out. You know, the last 24 hours on everybody's been pretty chaotic and a lot of emotions. And, you know, it shows a lot about our kids, their mindsets, the way they're built, their character. To come out tonight and put on the show that they did is, I think it speaks volumes for our guys. You know, we're all about tempo. We thought we needed to contest shots. We needed to get the tempo where we wanted to, and then we needed to rebound the basketball. And I think we kind of put a check mark on all those. This guy right here, he had the clamps down on their point guard, and that's a heck of a player for Colonel Crawford. And he just never got a good look. And I think that kind of just disrupted their flow and their rhythm. And you know, I think those outlets that we got and the points we got in transition were because of some hurried shots, a lot because of this young man right beside me. Yeah, I mean, you look at our shooting percentage in the first half, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we were 3 of 10 from 3, which isn't, anything to brag about necessarily, but, they held us to 5 points, but I guess on the good side, we held them to 5, so they didn't really, they didn't make that run when they had the opportunity, I guess. And the third quarter, we just talked about doing what we do, and that's putting pressure on, get out in transition. Brendan obviously got it in a nice rhythm there, and we were able to find him and kind of, that lead kind of catapulted real quick. Yeah, we thought, especially with their bigs, we thought if we were good with our, feet and positioning, we could wall up and give them some problems. And we thought if we just contained the penetration and didn't have to give too much help on their point guard to kind of prevent them kind of dumping down to their bigs and finishing at the rim, we thought we'd have some success. And again, that's between Brennan and Parker and Ethan Ault especially, those 3 guys really set the tone with the defensive pressure and kind of pushed them away from the basket a little bit further than they wanted to be.
I mean, at OG, we don't usually play in many empty gyms, so it was a little weird. But I think we came out first couple minutes. We played with a lot of energy, and we told each other we don't need the fans to play for it because we play for each other. And I think that's what we went out and tried to do. And we got a whole town watching us at home and rooting for us. So we knew we just had to go out there and play our hardest.
I think it's tough. I mean, there's no bones about it. It's not a good situation for anybody, and a lot of tough decisions had to be made. And you respect that, and you make the best of a tough situation. But you talk that we didn't have a ton of fans. That 150, 200 fans, whatever it was, were pretty involved. And those people that are in the stands care more about these guys on the floor. They care more about those guys than anybody. So we preach family all the time in this program, and I think today it's a testament of that. Those are the people that care about us the most. We talk to our guys all the time. They probably get sick of me saying it, but it's only a matter of time. I always talk. It's only a matter of time. We're going to get that 6-8-10-0 run, and those things are just demoralizing for your opponents. You got a close game, and you're able to get some of that success and have some of that. A lot of great things happen, and the kids feed off of it. The crowd feeds off of it. Our coaches feed off of it, and it's just a lot of fun because the thing about us, we got a lot of different guys. We're well balanced. It's a different guy every night, and that makes it a lot of fun. He's as good as a shooter in the state of Ohio as there is, and if he gets a little bit of time, he gets in a rhythm. It doesn't really matter where you're at on him. He's not gun shy. He's going to let fly. Excited about the opportunity. We talk all the time about playing for championships, and we got an opportunity, and our guys are excited, and let's go have some fun. All right, thanks, guys.